Everybody's from the Smidwinders. It is Thomas, aka Jugs, and Kane, aka Kodiak here. Hey, say hey, Kane.
What's up, big boy?
And we're joined today by two other people, which is very unusual for the podcasts. So, Kelton, go ahead and say hi.
Bye.
And then we've got Tattooed Bones, who only posted one video to the channel so far, but he's here too.
Yeah, I need to get on making more of those, huh?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, so do I.
Alright, guys, so let's resume what we were kind of talking about before the podcast started. I can't stop looking at the picture.
Every time he talks, I just imagine his picture. Oh my god, it's priceless. Alright.
So you guys were talking about some good stuff.
Honest to God, I can't remember what we were talking about.
Alright, gun control.
I remember.
And like,
It was like,
do video games make you more violent, basically, to sum it up.
no, is my opinion.
yeah, no, people are just retarded and have huge mental issues. You know, every time something happens like that, like a school shooting, and they say, oh, he plays 4 hours of GTA, they'll never show you his mental health records.
But they tell you about it sometimes. They'll sometimes mention that, like, this one kid had ADHD, but his parents still let him play Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff like that. So who's really to blame here? Rockstar or the parents?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
And plus,
Oh my gosh.
and plus games have a rated M rating for a reason.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're not
Okay.
mature, don't do it.
Like, if you're an
I have
underage,
to
like
tell
if you're
you-
a minor and your parents buy you that game, it kind of says something about the parents, but at the same time, it also thinks, like,
Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, it's like your choice to play the game. Like the kid wants it, and it's the parents buying the minor the game. So it's not really the company's fault, because they're technically not. The kid themselves is not buying the game. It's the parents doing it for the kids, and I don't want to be one of those people. Like, games have an impact on you, because I play a lot of fighting games, a lot of stuff like that, and most of the time I'm pretty
You don't go
mellow.
around socking people in the dick.
Yeah, I don't go around like punching people in the face or anything.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, I think games do have an effect on you if you have certain medical conditions like PTSD.
I don't know any children or like young adults that have PTSD.
Well, it is known to happen. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like,
So I don't know.
in
Yeah, there's traumatic and
countries.
stuff. I don't know if it's PTSD.
Well,
And a
yeah,
bunch
you
of
got a
country-
good point, Kelton, but that's an extreme scenario. I mean, we're talking, like, some of these people, we're not talking about just because you have a mental illness, so games give you an effect on you. We're talking about the people that think all violent video games make an effect on everybody just because of one kid that had an illness. That's what
Right.
we're on the topic of.
Yeah.
And then again, the press always likes to blow stuff up too. So the press will be like, "Oh my God, he plays GTA,"
It's all
and
about the ratings.
6 months later, okay, maybe not 6 months, maybe 6 years down the line, he got arrested for like drug trafficking. I don't know. Like they're gonna compare stuff like that and make it seem like it's the video game's fault when it's not.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, they're doing all this stuff because they're the dying media. I mean, they have to put all these controversial stories out because controversy attracts. I mean, I can put in Megan Fox naked on random kid's stream, and
True.
everybody would flood in here. And
You'd get so much hate if that was the case.
Megan
Yeah.
Fox is
It's
like the second
where's the
biggest
link?
woman in the world right now.
That's what people want. And when you supply somebody with something they want, they're gonna flock to it, like you were talking about.
yeah,
And when they don't get what they want, then it becomes even bigger because they're gonna call you out on it, and they're gonna call you a fraud. So when
Well,
that
they'll
point
be like-
happens, like, then everybody's like spitting on, like, I don't know, dude. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, that shit.
It's like that. Did you guys hear what Jimmy Kimmel said about video game YouTubers the other day?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that. I
he
saw
doesn't
that.
understand why.
Basically the same thing, and so
Mhm.
and he was calling different people out. Kelton, you're wind tunneling again, but he was
damn it.
but he was calling different people out, and Markiplier and this other small YouTuber, her name was like Era or something, I can't remember.
It was
But-
This Is May.
And so yeah, it was May, and so they went to Jimmy Kimmel and filmed with him, and they got things cleared up. But he's getting so much hate, but it brung so much traffic to his show because he said something very controversial, and that, you know,
It was something along the lines of, why would you watch somebody play video games when you can play them yourselves? And I don't think he understood the sense of community it brings to people. Like, I don't know, anybody could like pick up a game and like play it themselves, but like, okay, so say you pick up a game and you're not good at it, and you want to watch somebody who is good at it, because you know what I mean? Like, you can learn from them, and at the same time, it kind of gives you like that sense of community, because like, oh, hey, look, I'm playing with this guy on YouTube, like, I can play the same game with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it does bring that sense of community and togetherness into a new culture that we're basically bringing about.
And also with that, some people watch it because let's just say that maybe not all their friends spend as much money into it and they don't have the same games, and so they'll watch people like Vanos or Rooster Teeth all play together and just have fun, because I mean, a lot of people, they're just too MLG in games, and some people say MLG doesn't exist, but I'm not one of those people.
MLG does exist, Kelton. It's its own program. It's Major League Gaming.
Yes, it is. I hate them in Black Ops 3. That's one of the reasons I hated Black Ops 3.
You think anyone that's better than you in Black Ops
Kelton,
3 is MLG?
Kelton, you know MLG has nothing... Being MLG isn't even a real thing. MLG is a gaming event. They're a gaming program.
Adjective,
yeah, you can be a pro gamer, but when people say, I'm going to be MLG, it's just basically like, I'm going to be a pro gamer. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it means the same thing as saying, I'm going to be a pro gamer.
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a gamer joke. Like, what MLG is that, like, FaZe and Optic, when they want to verse each other, they go to MLG, the event. It's an event. It used to be pretty
fine,
big.
I'll change it to try hard. And
Yeah,
he can't frickin' spawn killers.
You just suck ass.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
dude,
I was good at
there's
Black Ops
literally
3,
one of
that's
those
saying
guys
Hey,
in Black
Kelton,
Ops
you want to know
3
the difference? I was the spawn killer. You just suck so hard you couldn't get out of it.
No, because in Black Ops 3, the spawns would not, like, change a lot of the time, so there'd be those guys who have their big turrets, and you could, the moment you spawn,
Yeah, it was awesome.
you try to jump or turn around, you'd already be dead, because that turret's freaking OP as heck.
Stop sucking ass and you'll be okay.
I joined in a game that was in the middle of that, and you want to know what you do?
What?
You jump in the air, and then it can't target you.
You deviated so far from the main topic.
Also,
This happens all the time. Just go
Jogs,
with it.
I hope you know that, I saw your best stats that I saw, you only got, like, 29 to, like, 28.
Did I?
I got a
Thanks.
bunch more kills than you. I got, like, twice as much, so.
Alright, so
Hey.
what?
Sit down. Sit down!
Sit down, I am sitting down.
You sit down. My average game of TDM was like 53-0.
Oh, I always get more
Yeah,
deaths
get the
than
big
kills.
R
Like,
word up your butthole.
my best one was 59 to 60.
Wait, guys, I have a question.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys think they'll ever do, like, a completely cross-platform type gaming setup?
No, they probably won't.
The companies are still at it too much. I mean,
Well-
PlayStation right now, I guess, is still beating out
trying to Windows
Xbox,
10.
but at the same time, I don't know.
It's Microsoft.
well, here's the
Okay.
thing. I hear there's like new consoles coming, like Apple is
There's,
might
like, yeah,
be
there's
making
a-
a new console and stuff like that. But
Alien
here's the
there.
thing.
Basically,
I
the-
heard something about. I don't know if this is true. I heard this from somebody. I don't know if they're reliable or not, but they said something about computer and Xbox merging, so that way all the consoles would also merge, like
That's-
Sony's
That was
consoles.
Timmy.
Let me stop you right here.
Oh,
Because
he just got
I'm,
online, by the way.
I'm the guy that looks into this stuff and everything. I keep up to date. I don't know about you, Carlos, but what it is, it's Windows and Xbox are both Microsoft, so they're like, why not make shitloads of money?
They're
So-
all both the company.
Yeah, and it's why not make a crap ton of money and have all these Xbox players get to play with their friends on the PC, so they both get the game because they can both play together. So
Right.
the only reason why they're merging together is because Xbox is owned by Microsoft and Windows is owned by Microsoft. So
True, and at the same time, if you're a PlayStation person, you can still play with PC people, but I don't think it's in the same servers as the Xbox people, or the Microsoft people, my bad. I think they're two different servers, considering, like, they don't want, I don't think they want people to be able to play, say, Rocket League. I don't know, that's a pretty good cross-platform
Oh,
I
game.
want to play that.
that game's cross-platform.
I have not played it yet.
Because I have a PlayStation 4, so I play on that, but when you go into, like, the menus and, like, you look at who you're playing against, If it's not another person on PlayStation 4, it'll say PC user. I don't think the companies want the PC users to have the ability to switch back and forth between whom they play with. So say you make a friend on PC, and you're playing with them on your PS4. Well, maybe they made a friend on Xbox not too long ago, and they just want to switch and play with them. I don't think companies want to be able to have that ability to switch back and forth. So, like what you were talking about, Microsoft and the PC, like the stuff like that, I feel like they're gonna kind of like take over the PC side of things, whereas PlayStation's gonna have something else.
Well,
so it's gonna have
Microsoft is the PC. Personal, like PC. When you say PC,
that's what I'm saying. Though.
You're talking
There's probably
about
gonna be another computer thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you're talking about anything else, you say Linux or Mac OS.
Oh, they're all the same to me. I don't. Oh my God, someone's gonna kill me. They're all the same. But like I don't know. I don't pay much attention to PC games, but I know Steam is a big part of it, and I know Steam has its console coming out, which is already out actually. I saw it the other day. It's called Alienware. And
yeah, it's Alienware Alpha.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about getting one of those.
Don't because it's a Steam box, and since you've just said yourself you don't really keep up to date. The Alienware is a Dell company where it's owned by Dell, and they make all these supercomputers. And basically, any supercomputer you just search supercomputer, you'll find Alienware. But what they try to make a Steam box, and so basically it's the same thing as Steam, but only certain games work for it. It's a really low-end computer.
And it's like
it's supposed to be the computer with the controller, but everybody says the OS is horrible, and by OS I'm saying operating system, the UI, and everyone's saying it's crap, it's clunky, it's laggy. If you don't spend $1,000 on it to get the Core i7 GTX 980, you're gonna waste your money. And I built my PC.
Into it.
That's better
than
You
need it. The interface is kind of weird too. Like you were saying, it's kind of clunky. The interface on it is weird, and
if you
I guess there's weird commands to it, so you can't just kind of like go in and play a game. You have to like do it and like install the game like you usually would. But then you got to go through a few other things to get into the game, and it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and everybody says the optimization is screwy. Like you get a slider on how good you get to run your graphics, but if you get a normal PC, you get like my PC. It's a gaming PC now. I have my graphics card and everything. So that if you get the exact same build I have, it'll run you about $800, which is and it runs better than the best Alienware Alpha you can get, and you get all the optimization stuff. So yeah, but PC is gonna stomp the Steam OS.
Well, I think that for companies, their main thing is not for their customers' happiness. It's just for how they can get more people to spend money on it.
Well, I think that's part of the reason why Microsoft kind of dropped down the Xbox One price. Just so more people would. It would be more affordable to other people as well. So you know what I mean? Instead of having 400, you only need 350. Well, let alone it's only $50, but still it makes it sound like more affordable.
Well, at first before it was just $400, it was $500, which mean that they were charging you $150 for the Kinect, and the Kinect was a turnoff. I'm sure at launch, if they didn't launch with the Kinect, or if the Kinect wasn't adding so much of a huge price tag on it, it would have skyrocketed in sales because the games were good. Everybody that got the Xbox One is like, oh, games are good and everything. But they all got the PS4 because not only was $100 cheaper, it didn't come with the Kinect, and they had a lot of bad conspiracy going for them. They had a horrible launch, but they did a complete 180. You can go get an Xbox One now and have a pretty good time on it.
Yeah.
I like mine.
Back to what I was saying about companies making money. I mean, like Destiny with their new DLC coming out, Taken King. Yeah, I mean, 40
comes out in about a week.
$40 is the most I've ever seen for DLC. And I'm not talking about premium for Battlefield because that was basically like a season pass or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's a renovation of the game. It's basically instead of releasing annually, they're releasing biannual. So it's a huge DLC to satisfy you till the Christmas release. Then they're gonna release in May when they released House of Wolves. And then all the way in probably August again will be Destiny 2.
Wait,
Yeah,
do you guys
but-
have a... Who plays Xbox here?
All of us.
All of us
I
except
think
Okay.
I think all of us. Yeah.
I'm the only one that... Oh, do you guys have some way to like share your digital games? Like if you
Yep.
buy a digital game,
Yep.
you can share them.
It's way
Yep.
easier
Okay.
than PlayStation.
I thought I already told you about that when I was over at your place.
To be quite honest, like it's way better than SharePlay and
You went to
everything
Mexico?
Like
It's easier. Oh, you might have.
Kelton!
No, I didn't go to. I went to Illinois, but
Oh,
God damn.
I mean
That's
it's
a
close to
crappy
Mexico.
place.
No, but
no offense to all you Illinois people.
no, I
My
was in
grandpa
Illinois
lives in Illinois.
visiting. But yeah, if you share play on the PlayStation and you say like your friend has the 2 other Destiny DLC or any kind of DLC you want.
Yeah, isn't it like
You
you
can-
get to use their account for an hour?
No, you can use your account for as long as you want. You just have to set it as their primary, or you have to set their account as your. That's
That's
so
like
your
the same thing as
PlayStation-
the Xbox.
Yeah, so your PlayStation is going to be their primary PlayStation.
Yeah,
And then
it's-
all stuff
instead of
they've
saying
bought,
primary
you can use-
PlayStation, just says home Xbox.
Yeah, you can do that, and then you can go through and you can use their DLC without actually being on their account. So say, like I have a friend in California who lives out there, and I use his account for like Destiny DLC since I don't have the money for it right now.
Moocher.
But
Yeah.
but
So
in a week or so, I'm gonna get back his account station, so I can have it whenever, and I can use the DLC.
oh, that's cool.
So
Yeah, I'm
whenever
gonna
he
get it
wants
for my
his
little
account
brother.
back, I can just deactivate it, give it back to him.
And I'm getting it from a stoner.
But
Well, the problem with
well, like, does it work both ways? Because how Xbox works, and like, if you want it to work both ways, it takes both people. Because what's going on, my little brother's sharing with me, I'm sharing with my dad and my older brother are both sharing with each other.
So basically, you make their accounts your home Xbox, or your Xbox their home account or whatever, and
Well,
you can use
basically,
their stuff.
what
and
you
then
do is
like
you
Swift,
sign on.
blah.
You practically trade Xboxes in a way.
No.
yeah,
In a
basically.
way,
Butt
yeah,
out.
because it-
Butt out, Thomas.
No.
Butt out. You're stupid.
No!
Basically, what you do, you go
Ooh.
on their Xbox and you sign on. Then you go to settings and it'll say, make this my home. You do that and you're done.
That's what you do here
Yeah.
on PlayStation as well.
All right.
But if you don't actually like know the person in real life, because I met this kid a while back from I think it was Injustice when I was playing that a lot. But yeah, I met him on there, and recently he messaged me and was like, "Hey man, I heard you need the DLC. You want to borrow my account?" And he sent me all the information. I put it in my PlayStation, and I set it as the primary. So since then, I've been able to use his DLC unless he wants it back. So when I deactivate his account, he'll be able to pick it back up and use it.
Oh, he can't
And
use
then, no, he can't. He can use his account and everything like that when I'm like have as my primary, but
but he can't use the DLC.
he still can use the DLC since he bought it on that PlayStation. It's gonna be there.
Just not
But
at
say
the same
like
time.
say he has like digital games that somebody else bought on his PlayStation that he has DLC for on his account.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to give it back to him so he can use that DLC or use that game that somebody else bought on his PlayStation from a different account.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like how basically what we do it for is that if one of us doesn't have the DLC, we share with each other so we can all just play together.
Well, and that always comes back to the I can't talk to the sense of community we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like that just brings everybody in, and makes them, I don't know if you want to call them closer friends, but I mean, at least like you have friends that'll let you use their stuff and sharing. So I mean,
Well, all the people we play with, we all know in person. I want to meet
Yeah.
some new randoms, but because it'd be nice just to meet some random people.
yeah, I only have 2 friends on my list. It's actually like randoms. Everybody else I know in real life.
I've got a shit ton of randoms that I just don't talk to anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I used to go through. I had like 90-something friends, and I was like, I don't talk to any of these people. And then
So
it was just kind of
lazy
going
to
through
do
my
that.
list and delete them.
How much is PlayStation Plus? Because I have my PlayStation 3 and I get the free PlayStation account. And I do, since backwards compatibility is coming out, if all the games that I use my PlayStation 3 is for, I'm just going to get rid of it. And then I'm wondering,
I think
is it
PlayStation Plus for a month I think is $60, but I could be
for a
mistaken.
month? Do you mean for a
Oh,
year?
for a year. My bad.
Oh, I'm like,
Oh,
Jesus
Yeah, no,
Christ!
no, for 4
It's
months.
probably the
For
same
4 months,
price
it's
as-
$60, I think.
As like Xbox.
Yeah,
Fine.
Xbox is $60, but because as I was saying is if all the backwards compatibility games come out for the Xbox, which is basically just Call of Duty, and I'll get it with all my friends and everything, and I'll play it with them. I won't have a need for my PS3, and then I can put it towards the PS4 because I'm a neutralist. I don't care what console. Just right now, I prefer an Xbox because all my stuff was on there.
Yeah, see, I've always been playing PlayStation all my life, but I'm not gonna be like mad if I buy my. Okay, I don't know. I'd be mad if I bought it myself, but like, say I bought myself an Xbox One, I'd be playing that and the PlayStation because they both have really good they have exclusives. So I wouldn't mind having like Killer Instinct, and then having like Until Dawn.
No, you don't want Killer Instinct.
Until Dawn was a good game, though. I saw gameplay for that.
I want to play that so bad. Like,
I want to play it, but I don't want to watch YouTubers because it just seems really boring.
I've watched too much of it to actually play it myself.
See, I don't know what is with you guys. I will not watch a Let's Play. I mean, if I ever have a potential of playing this game later on, I will not watch a Let's Play. Thomas is over here. He's telling me, "Oh, you should get this game. I'll watch a Let's Play." I want to get it really bad. I watched a Let's Play. You spoil everything.
I watch walkthroughs all the time. I really honestly don't care because by the time I get the game, knowing my retarded fish brain, I'll probably forget most of it. I rewatch walkthroughs and it's like all new adventures for me.
Right. Well, and Until Dawn, it's not the same storyline every time. Your decisions make it what you want it to be. So unless you find every single storyline, then you know what I mean. It's a butterfly effect game. So there's like if you see every single storyline, then there's no point in playing the game. But there's
think of it as a hardcore choice game.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like the game Life is Strange. Have you guys ever heard of that game?
Yeah. I can't wait for the last episode to come out because
I've only heard of it. Like, do you guys watch Jev?
Download the trial if you have any space for it because you get to play like a couple minutes of the first chapter.
50 gigs.
Oh, you should have space for it then.
Dude, that's one thing that sucks so bad about they gave us 500 gigabytes for these 60 gigabyte next gen games.
Oh. See,
I have four games, maybe 6 on my Xbox right now. Only 3 of them are the big ones, and it's like 87% full.
Yeah, no, I have like Mortal Kombat, Destiny, Arkham Knight, Grand Theft Auto, Elder Scrolls Online, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's all installed at the same time. But at the same time, it's like if I want to buy a new game and install that, I'm going to have to find out which one I want to uninstall to play the new one. Because I was thinking about buying a bigger hard drive, but that's... Man.
Yeah, the Xbox hard drives, you can get a 3 terabyte one for like $120. That's like cheaper than getting a 350 gig 360 hard drive.
See, I don't know how much, I don't know how. I need to look into this. I need to figure out how to get a bigger one and actually install it into the PlayStation.
It's pretty easy. I've seen tutorials. Basically, you just that little gloss plate.
Glossy plate, you can just slide off. I've messed with that.
You just slide it off, and then there's a little tiny screw. You unscrew that, and it just slides off.
Oh, cool. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, it's like but don't lose the screw or shave it, because then your hard drive won't work. It won't. It turns off once soon as you unscrew it.
Dang. Sweet.
Yeah. So if you lose it or break it or shave it, you're kind of SOL.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I spent $400 by myself. I'm not trying to spend another $400 or anything like that to buy a new one.
So
yeah, but I think you can bring it into like Best Buy with your hard drive, like the new one,
and then have them install it for me so I don't mess it up.
But then it also will run you like $100.
So I have a friend that works at Best Buy. It's not big.
All right, then that works.
I'll just have him come over to my house. Hey, dude, help me out.
Does he work at the Geek Squad?
Yeah, he's getting put into Geek Squad.
I fucking hate Geek Squad. They're horrible. They're little pieces of shit.
They're just trying to get you to spend more money.
Dude, they ruined my computer. God. My old laptop I got, they run Geek Squad, they broke the screen.
Dang.
They broke the screen, they gave it a virus. I had to restart it all, and I can hack circles around Geek Squad.
Are you gonna dox them? You gonna hit them offline?
No, I don't do that. That's illegal. Hell no. I'm a nice person. I won't do that, but like, I meant not hack circles. I meant like build around.
Nice might be exaggerating a little.
When you say hack around them, you mean something along the lines of game sharing, which is a loophole, right?
Sort of.
You'll use the loopholes.
No, but like seriously, my grandma, she's my grandma, so she doesn't know how to work a PC and everything, and her hard drive was failing on her, so she brought it into the Geek Squad. They charged her $100 for inspection and diagnostics, and they couldn't do anything. Even all it was that I opened it and just all she had to do was buy a $50 like 500 gig hard drive, and I just replaced it for her.
Oh.
Simple as that. And they said they told her she needs to start looking in the Best Buy computer section because her computer was dying.
Well, yeah, because they're just trying to get more money off.
Dude, I went over there and like seriously, I did it at the store. It was so funny.
This is always a good thing too now, though, because now with everybody playing video games on computers and stuff like that, everybody's gonna know more about how they work, and it's gonna get a lot cheaper. As you know what I mean, a lot of people are gonna know how to do it. So the demand of people who know how to do it is gonna be like. You're not gonna have to pay as much money. Say you have a friend that can do it, and they're only gonna charge you 25 as opposed to a 50, or a 50 as opposed to 100. You know you're gonna go to your friend because they already know how to do it. Everybody's getting tech savvy now, so.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a while before everybody knows what they're doing left and right because, I just like got my new. You know, I can turn on the camera real quick and show you guys what my old power supply looked like.
Well, hold on. Now, to bring something to this,
right here, I got it.
The problem with everybody knowing what to do,
all these wires right here, this all went to like separate things. This is hard drives, my power cell, motherboard.
Wait, I can't see anything. What's going on here?
Oh, can you not see the camera?
No.
No, we can see through it. It's just really, really bad. I see Thomas is hiding his face back there.
Still no
face
see reveal.
you.
Do I have to turn my camera on as well?
No, if it's not going to show, it's not going to show. But my point being, there is a lot of wires. Like, a crap ton.
You can turn on your camera if you want, you sexy bitch.
But I want to go back really quickly to what we were saying about everybody knowing stuff. The only problem with that is probably an increase in hackers. Which, I mean, everything's becoming
hacking
virtual.
Anybody can do through online, not by opening up a PC and replacing a hard drive.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about you guys getting tech savvy, because there's a bunch of applications out, like a lot of stuff. Like, you input it in your hand and it'll have everything, like a GPS chip and whatnot, and it's getting really weird, all this New World Order.
None of that stuff is out yet.
Now. Yeah, Facebook now, like, if you take a picture from behind, and it's just like the back of your head, Facebook has like a, what was it? I think a 65% chance of actually getting it right that it's you.
Yeah.
So now it's like doing like a body recognition instead of facial.
Like, you know, it's like the CAPTCHA thing that you have to do to make sure that you're not a robot.
Oh yeah,
Google's AI system can solve those with 99% accuracy.
Dude, some of those things are freaking hard. I've not been allowed on sites before because I can't figure out what it says.
Then again, they want you to mess up too, so you're not a robot. So they're gonna make them really hard at first, and then once they realize you messed up, they're like, okay.
Yeah, if you mess up like 8 times, it'll like be normal text. Because robots won't attempt it. They will just sit there because they can't see it.
Yeah.
They'll start crying.
Because what robots read it as is a JPEG. So.
So they can't really tell what it is.
Yeah, what the website does, it shows you the picture, which is a JPEG, and you just basically, and the website randomly generates the code for it, and when you press in the thing, you send it off to the website, and the website responds with either yes, you got it right, or yes, you got it wrong, and the robot just sees the JPEG and leaves it.
So he either goes, like, you're a dumbass, you're a robot. Or you're smart.
Either you can't read or you're a robot.
Yeah, exactly. So, when are we leaving the nerd talk? We're gonna go to something,
Yeah, something relatable now.
No, not relatable. This is relatable right here.
I like how I've just been talking this whole time. Yeah, something relatable, guys.
No, we need to get something that's like, new, like reality, not virtual reality, like reality. No computers, electronics.
Before I forget to mention, sorry, Calvin, I don't mean to cut you off here.
But you do.
Yeah, sure. All right, shut the fuck up. So what I was gonna say earlier came when we were talking about Until Dawn. It's not spoiling it. The game is so vast that there's like
We've already covered this. The multi-ending, we already covered.
Yes, there's multi-ending, but you can either kill just about everyone, but I think like 1 or 2 people, or you can save everyone.
I don't know. There's there's 8 characters. I'm pretty sure there's a different ending depending on who dies.
Well, thanks for ruining the entire game for me, by the way. Thank you.
Yes, I spoiled the whole story.
There's no spoilers. We're just saying like It's just like there's a bunch of different endings. They're not all the same.
I heard
Yeah, we've
two
already
endings,
said this, and
two
Thomas is
possible
acting like
endings.
we didn't.
I mean, Until Dawn could just be like a zombie game where you kill a bunch of zombies. I don't know what it's about. I don't want you to tell me. If I get the game, probably not though. I
Well,
might, though.
yeah.
Alright, anyway, let's
Or
go
the
to that
PlayStation.
relatable topic instead of Until Dawn. What the hell, Thomas? Why'd you have to do that?
Yeah,
Damn it!
Thomas.
We didn't mention anything about people's deaths or anything like that, so I just wanted to fucking put it out there.
Well, we're not
You
gonna,
know what? I was talking and
Ow.
you interrupted me to go back and open a nerd conversation.
So, I don't know what to talk about now.
So how's those nuclear missiles been going, Russia?
What?
It's like all of a sudden you just hear,
Yes, sir.
it was good.
Oh, good. It goes very well, my friend.
That was epic. that
That was beautiful.
was
That
perfect.
was
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you, my friend.
Word of the week.
I can't do accents, but I can do
Nuclear.
impressions. That's about it.
Yeah, I can do some impressions. Like some people like
Oh, dude, I do
this.
tons of accents.
Can you only make red versus blue impressions?
That's the only person I can make. And also, this actually a
Dude,
guy talks
Anyone
like that.
can impersonate Caboose.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
anybody can impersonate him,
am so
but how
much better
well
because I
they
can do the
impersonate him?
Obama voice.
Alright, Mr. Obama,
Do
I've
it.
got a question for you. How stupid is America?
It's pretty stupid because I'm
Oh.
part of the KKK
Oh my god, no.
and I support Al Qaeda.
This took so many turns down the wrong road already.
It's like Obama happens to be watching this. He's like,
Ow.
he just
Like-
starts singing the Pine Nigger songs. I can see that.
No, man, I can do a pretty good silent droid if you know who that is.
Yes.
Silent Droid.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
all
think
know
so.
who
Play
Silent
the
Droid is, and
Okay,
we
I'll
all
just
know.
make it clear.
Yeah, just okay. We're back into the nerd stuff already. It's like an electric fence. Just go through
Okay.
it. Just
Oh my
Just
god, it's gonna
do
be like
it!
a fuck. No, you know we're gonna
I
be
wanna
talking
be my
about
friend.
time, man. Oh my god.
We gotta go to Cactus.
Guys, gonna do
Did somebody say
cactus,
cagados?
It's sad because, like, when he calls that voice, that Latino voice that he does, like the super hardcore Mexican, he calls it the Carlos voice.
Yeah.
yep,
Dang.
Carlos. That's what you sound like.
Yeah, my real name is Carlos, and it's just like, why?
Well, they can
Yeah,
see
we-
it on screen.
we
I
all
hope you
know.
realize.
No,
Well,
you
they can
guys
see.
see it. Yeah.
They don't know my name.
His name's Kelton.
Ha!
Yep. Hi
I've
everybody.
only said it like 8 times this
I'm
podcast.
also named. I got a nickname. Nobody knows it though. It's super
No one
secret.
cares, Kelton. Jesus Christ.
No one cares that you call yourself Killjoy.
Yeah,
Sap-
nobody. Well, people care that you call yourself Jugs, but it's just
That's
really
because
annoying.
I actually use something with it.
What? What do you use
Like,
with it?
oh,
I have
Hello,
a
I'm
YouTube channel
Jugs the
surrounded with
Jugs.
it.
What? Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
When you start posting videos to a channel called The Killjoy, then you can start using the nickname for like saying it's you.
Alright,
Otherwise, it's
Carlos.
just a gamer tag.
But
Tell
but
me
here's the
this,
thing.
do you
I
think it's
actually
smart
got
to-
this name. from
Kelton, I am
someone.
talking. I will slap you so hard. But
Yeah, let's see. Try.
watch me. I swear to God.
I
But
hear an off in like 5 minutes.
alright, but this dude, Kelton, literally spent I think about $40 in name changes.
Oh
and,
my
and
God.
3 of
Nope.
them were the
Nope.
same.
It was $30.
It was
And
the
I-
same iteration. Like he spent $10 to change from the Killjoy to the Killjoy.
It's actually that Killjoy.
No, it's not. It's
Except for-
DUH.
No, he was talking
No,
about it
I
wasn't
was talking about my old
dead.
one.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
He went from 11th
Go
Requiem
ahead and laugh.
to Biocone to Dat Killjoy to Da Killjoy. There's no need.
Yeah, and then he also had another name before the 11th Requiem.
I forgot
Nope.
what it was before that. I think
That
it was 11th
was the
Requiem
name
when I
that
met him.
Xbox
Xbox
sick.
Live gave me. That was the name that Xbox Live gave me, and nobody can believe that.
Mine
I mean,
was
it's like
Accurate Ant, and I've changed it
That's the
once
thing to
since
talk
then.
about too with the companies now. Like, I don't know if PlayStation does it yet, but I know Microsoft for a fact. Like, they make you pay money to change your gamer tag.
no,
Like,
no.
that's-
At first
$10
they
does
give
those.
you gamer tag, and then you got one free change to change it.
See, that's
from
the
that
one free
gamer
change.
tag.
But everything after that, though, you'd have to pay
Yeah,
so
you have
much
to pay
money
for
for it, right?
Yeah,
That's another way they're gonna make that's gonna make money. But at the same time, if you think about
it's
it,
too much.
it how much is it?
It's $10.
Jesus Christ!
I know, I can understand if it was like $3 or something.
Like $3, yeah. But at the same time, you're also going to be like kind of funding Microsoft and making newer stuff and making, you know what I mean? So it's also
Yeah, but
like a
still,
support thing.
like, instead,
$10 for a name change.
yeah, instead of like having that, maybe like instead of making the free with gold system, buy the gold subscription for like an extra $5 a month. You get the free games. So
See, that's what PlayStation does. If you remember a PlayStation Plus,
Yeah,
you get
PlayStation Plus.
every other month or every month, I think, new games come out excuse me, that you can get for free.
Well, basically, like I'm so used to having the PS3, so I think PlayStation Plus is that extra, but PlayStation 4 you're kind of forced on it. PlayStation Plus is the exact same thing as Xbox Live, you know. For games with gold is the exact same thing as getting the free games of the month with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, true. That makes sense. But yeah, with the PlayStation Plus, it makes it so you get the free games and certain like you have better access to certain DLC. So I know Destiny is one of those games that you need PlayStation Plus for, and
Xbox
only
Live.
online.
Yeah, and plus also,
okay.
Bungie went with the exclusivity deals and everything for Sony.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they're like you guys that Hawk Moon and everything, Monte Carlo. Xbox doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Fourth Horseman, we don't have that.
Okay,
we don't
so
get
you guys
that
have
till
certain
Taken King
guns
comes
that we
out.
don't, or we have certain guns that you guys don't have.
Yeah, you guys also will get certain stuff with the Taken King, just different things.
Okay, that's also kind of one of my pet peeves too. Is like the exclusives in DLC games.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
plus
mean?
you guys are also getting Call of Duty now.
Are we?
Yeah, you guys get the stuff a month early.
You ass suckers.
Oh,
Because
man.
I mean, Microsoft. I don't know what happened between Bungie and Microsoft, and we don't even know whatever they told us
Because
about
Bungie
it.
wanted to go AAA with Destiny, but Microsoft was like, "No, you're our company," and so they canceled the contract.
Okay. Anyways,
Because Microsoft signed the contract, they weren't the contract holders.
so what I was bashing Thomas earlier, I'm just gonna finish this up. Thomas, I got this name from somebody. You made up your own name. You
So what?
can suck it. Because that's not actually a nickname. That's just a fucking thing you call yourself.
Where's
It's
there
like,
a rule book where someone can't come up with their own name? If it sticks, it sticks.
has it stuck?
Pretty
Quit
much, yeah.
arguing about this.
Okay, everybody in the comments, if you think that name's
I
cool
did
or
say
whatever, or it sticks, just
You do
post
realize
that,
this
okay?
video is probably going to get 1 or 2 comments.
Well, yeah,
I'll go
because
on and I'll
most of these accounts are owned by Skylar. It's true. He has like 10
I'll go through my
accounts
other
subscribed
account
to these
comments.
channels.
It's probably the only reason I have 14 subscribers.
I don't think
I
he's
mean, yeah, 'cause
I
subscribed to
know
any
one
of your
of them's
channels. Also, my little brother has more subscribers than you.
I don't care.
Ouch! The struggle.
I'm having fun.
The struggle.
Have fun. Good. Be a good YouTuber.
Well, you posted one video in like a week, so how much fun are you having?
I don't
Enough
post many
fun to where I
videos.
can post
I
a
don't.
video when I ejaculate.
It's gay.
I need to get on that more. Usually I've just been like playing Destiny with some friends or like Arkham Knight, and at the time I don't think about it, but I could be getting some really good stuff. And it's
Yeah,
like
I know how you feel.
it's like you go through and you're like, wow, that was a really good session. Why didn't I film that?
Well, it especially sucks with Xbox. Like, everybody's, especially Thomas, he's always nagging me to do a funny moment. Because we've done one before.
And it was pretty
But
good except
Xbox,
for the beginning.
like, the thing is, I don't know, do you use a PlayStation recording system or do you have an actual recording device?
No, yeah. PlayStation records by itself. It'll record your gameplay every 15 minutes. So like
Yeah.
once you start a game, 15 minutes of it records, and then after that's done, you can choose to save it, or you can choose to like continue recording, and it'll constantly do that in case you get something on a clip that you want to keep.
Yeah, that's
So
like
it's always
Xbox record that. But,
Yeah.
I
But
use
you
an
can
actual
also
recording
manually-
device, to record my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And it takes the Xbox sound, whatever the Xbox is outputting. But with a headset, it outputs to the controller, and it's not recording the controller sound. So what you need to do, what you're available to do, I don't know about PlayStation 4, but on PS3 and Xbox 360, you go to your settings and you go to your preferences and you put the voice to go out your headset and your TV. So it comes out to the Elgato system, but the Xbox One doesn't have that. so I can never do these funny moments, and he's always freaking nagging me about it.
Because you can make such good funny moments videos. It's just
Wait, Thomas, when you were over here, did I show you how to edit?
Thomas,
how
you
I
make
edit
a
videos
funny
and stuff on my
moments video.
PlayStation?
no, you just told me about it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, PlayStation has like this recording system you can record on it, and then at the same time you can go through after you record like 15 minutes because that's the max. You can go through and you can edit the video. You can add in all these sounds. You can add in like narration or whatever you call it. You know, like voiceovers. Or you could record it as you play the game with the mic just plugged in, and it'll record the game sounds as well.
Yeah, when I was over there, you were mainly just kicking my ass at Mortal Kombat.
I have no life this game, dude. I'm only missing 2 trophies or achievements.
That's sad.
I know. I'm a sad man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the Xbox side thing is. Thomas does. He's the one that uses it. I don't.
What?
Yeah, I know. I saw Thomas. I saw your video on it, and I was like,
I'm professional.
You're professional.
He made that video for me because the last weekend I was at my grandma and grandpa's because we got our bathroom redone, and so for 2 days we didn't have a bathroom. We only have one bathroom in the house. So, yeah, my computer's here.
No.
So, yeah.
I think I'm gonna record
forgot what
part
this
2 once I
podcast was
can.
about, honestly.
About what?
This
About, like, how to edit videos
podcast
and
started
stuff.
with guns.
And now we're
And
talking
games.
about bathrooms.
It didn't even really start with guns, really.
No, we just like barely we discussed it beforehand, and then it was just kind of like, eh.
Well, we discussed it beforehand. Then we did all our narrations, and then we
And
went
this is
to
basically
the
a
guns.
rambling now. This is a rambling session.
Well,
That's what
that's what a
podcasts are.
podcast is. It's a bunch of people rambling about stuff.
I usually don't they usually stick to one topic though? I don't know.
No, that's the
No.
way we were doing it. But if you go look at any podcast, basically, like, there's this one podcast where basically all they do is that they record just all of them talking to each other. It's like a radio show.
Oh, okay.
A radio talk show, but it's just recorded.
I mean, I'm down for that.
Without all the pesky
Like,
commercials.
radio is live. And if you
True.
want radio but recorded so you can go back later, it's a podcast.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like a
Podcast.
live stream on YouTube turns into a video. Same
Yeah,
concept.
that makes sense now. I've been trying to live stream a lot lately too. I've been going live on Twitch.
I stopped going live on Twitch for a while.
I
Quote-unquote,
need to
as
make an
Facebook
announcement
put it.
video, but because
Well,
I like
had
to
a little,
stream and
incident.
listen, I like to stream and listen to music, but you can't do that on YouTube because the YouTube copyright system scans your stream every 30 seconds, but on Twitch there is no copyright system. The only thing it triggers is if you're sitting there jerking off on stream.
Oh my god. No, yeah, I've been just kind of like, I had this incident not too long ago on Twitch where there's this just random kid who joined a party, and my friend had his voice sharing off, so you couldn't hear him, but you could hear the kid. And my friend was talking so much crap to this kid, and like telling him all this crap. I'm like, dude, I really hope you're not saying this live, because this is just some messed up stuff. And like, the kid was repeating it, and I was like, dude, knock it off, like, don't say stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, he was telling him like all this crazy stuff. He was like they were threatening each other. I was like, guys, get out of the party. Seriously, if you're gonna be at each other's necks, don't be like fighting in my party.
Yeah, but at least Twitch and YouTube don't really have that like cussing restriction or anything. You can say pretty much whatever you want. It's
Hey,
the video content that they care about.
Carlos.
Oh yeah, it's the person themselves. Yeah, what's up?
How many chicks were in that party?
None. Not
Then
that
it's not a party. It's not a party. Get out of here.
What is it then?
You don't know
It's all-
how to party. You don't know how to party.
Kelton, this
I
is why
don't know,
no one
man.
talks to you.
I don't ever leave
Wow.
my house, so I mean, it makes sense.
Just kick him
I
from
do
his
one
head.
bashing over several bashings. Well, I mean, we were trying for a while to get out of gaming. We just keep going back to nerd stuff.
Well, yeah.
If that's what
Just-
we're gonna talk about, just go with
Just,
it.
Here,
just go with
wait,
the flow.
I got something for you then. What do you think of Donald Trump running for president and getting this far?
Like,
I thought
truly,
that was hilarious.
I don't really know who Donald Trump is. I know is he an actor?
No, he's
like
a businessman. He was on
Yeah.
TV for a while because he had a
He makes
show. Like,
billions.
Like the name is so familiar. I know who
Yeah.
he is, but I don't know who he is for.
When people think
Alright,
of
he's-
Donald Trump, they think of his luscious hair.
okay,
He's-
that
okay.
cloud he calls a hair.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, Donald
Dude,
Trump.
I saw his one speech, and he was just like cussing out a reporter the whole time. I laughed so hard at that. Like the reporter asked him a really bullcrap question, and
what?
he just started cussing him out, just talking so much smack to him. Everybody was just clapping for him.
Well, because Donald
that's
Trump,
Donald
let's see, he's
Yeah,
racist, he's sexist, and he's got a bunch of money.
Well, that's what they want him to look like, but I feel like at a point, yeah, he's...
Have you ever heard
It's
his presidential
true.
views? Dude,
No,
he
I
has,
don't
like,
care enough to.
he's
listen,
he
I've
has
heard...
some of the best views. Like seriously, he thinks that there shouldn't be any standardized testing because all it does is stress people out to pass this test instead of
true.
sitting there learning the actual subject. I know we've gotten into this in like our first podcast, but with more people, I'd like to revisit it. In this podcast, maybe if you guys want to, but standardized testing screws up so many kids because instead of actually taking a moment, like the teachers taking a moment to make sure all the kids learn it, you spend like 3 days on a topic and then you move on because you got to fit so much in before the standardized test comes in because you have to pass it to get your funding.
Yep, that's true.
Well, there's a quota, too, is what you're talking about. You got to pass it. That's the quota. And if you don't break the quota, that's what calls for like kids retaking the class and stuff. If they don't do so well, then you know what I mean.
Well, I'm not. I'm talking about district, like the ITBS,
Oh, the
and
district
stuff like
stuff,
that. Like
yeah.
those are standardized tests, not quizzes. Quizzes and standardized tests are the quarterly tests. You know, you take at the end of every quarter.
ITBS or however
Yeah,
you call them.
ITBS is what gets your school district the funding. You know, and then
Well,
the school district gives different schools the funding for their quarterly tests, and they have to cram so much in. Like, it'd be different if you, like, spent a week on a topic and you took a quiz over it, because quizzes are to give the teacher a memo, like, whether you're ready to move on or not. But standardized testing is basically to see how much did your kids learn in X amount of time. That's basically what it is. It's like you fight for your money. That's why they're always talking about it. Like, school for us started 2 weeks ago. We're on our 3rd week of school this Tuesday. And I've heard so many teachers mention the ITBS already. Multiple amount of times because it's the standardized test that all the teachers want you to pass so they can get their school funding. Otherwise, they won't.
But
Well, that's also how they get some of their pay, too, I thought.
Well, it pays them, that's, like, they get paid their X amount on salary. Most teachers are salary. And, you know, it doesn't really fluctuate that much for teachers. But teachers get laid off if the district doesn't get money because the teachers get paid by the district. And the district gets paid by
Chain of command.
by the government if they have enough money. Because it's like, why would they give you $5.3 million to Iowa to fund every single school? I know that's like not nearly enough, but to fund
It's just X amount of money, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's all about the money. Like seriously, kids now go to school to fund the state. If it wasn't for schools, I don't think any of the states would have money.
Right.
No,
Well,
they have money.
there's always those local businesses too that earn, you know what I mean, money for the district and stuff like that. That they
Well, yeah, but it's a huge seller because you
School is one of those things that, you know, a lot of people, like I guess in America for college, like I haven't started college yet. I don't have the money for it right now. But I guess in like Sweden and like other countries, they'll like I know in UK for sure, like in Britain and English colonies, they'll loan you the money, and if you can't pay it back, that's all right, you know. But in America, they completely make you pay for it all by yourself, and like yes, you can get grants, but you got to pay it back.
Yeah, it's
You know
student
what I
loans,
mean?
stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are struggling with in America is the student loans and
That's
paying
why
everything
I
back
hope
once they
YouTube
get to
takes
college.
off. You know, so I don't have to, like, I can just go to, like, a 4-year community college that won't charge me out the ass.
Right. Well, even then, you got to pay for books and everything too. They don't just give you the books.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
my
sure
friend,
you can find them online, though. You can find
Oh, yeah.
anything off eBay.
Yeah, my friend just
Yeah, get some secondhand books.
It's got
bought
books
a
drawn all
couple
over
sets
our
of books. and
page.
spent
I'm really
$500
thirsty. I'm
on
going to
it.
leave you guys with Thomas for a minute. I'm going to go get a water.
Don't leave us with him. Wait, I'm actually okay with him. Never mind.
And another thing about standardized testing, I know I'm kind of going back a little bit, but like we were talking about how you got to meet a quota and stuff like that with how much people pass and all that, and like how teachers spend a little time on each thing. But there's also the problem of the people who don't give two shits about school. They'll go there and they'll lay their head down all class.
That's just a waste then, because they're paying, like, their parents are paying for school for them. What are they? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's just their parents wasted money if they don't care about school.
School's required. You have to go. In America, you have to go to school. It's the law. And then you can drop out when you're 16. I think 16 is the youngest age.
Yeah, I think 16-ish. After you graduate, or after you do so many years, and after you are a certain age.
And these kids screw over their schools because it makes a difference if one student decides to sleep through class or if he decides to pay attention. Or she.
See, I was that guy too, but I always did stuff in Harvard. I was a Harvard student.
Are we? Please don't go gender on us.
No, I wasn't going gender. I was going on aliens.
All right.
They're among us. They ain't no robust. They are everywhere.
Well, there's Carlos with his frickin' Kermit face over there.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Well, what's my picture, by the way? What's mine look like?
Yeah, yours is your fucking stupid gamer tag picture. Your Xbox.
Wait, which one? My 360 or my Xbox One one? Hopefully
They're both the same.
Damn it!
See, my thing was I did sleep through like English class, which was my AP Lit class, where we were like analyzing Shakespeare and stuff like that.
Oh,
but I always had like a backup plan. So when I went into like school and I fell asleep in a class, I would always have that art class to fall back on, and me doing that actually gave me $200 towards I got the Dallas Art Association reward, which was $200. Buy art supplies or put it towards whatever. And I was dumb and put it towards my PlayStation 4, but I wasn't really dumb. But I mean, like, you know, if you're not interested in a subject, you don't have to necessarily partake of it. Just make sure you have something else that you can fall back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just don't flunk it when you're gonna screw yourself over.
Right. Don't just go to go. You know what I mean? Find something you want to do.
We talked about how, while you were gone, how like one student can screw over the money a school district can make if, like with the whole quota thing, if they decide to sleep in class or not. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like one student.
Well, yeah, one student in like my class was like
students.
200 something kids when I graduated from.
But like it's the whole ratio thing, and then it can sometimes come down to one or two students.
What he was saying was like one student per school. Like what, say one school has one student. That one student can shut off all funding, pretty much. That's at least the way I interpret it.
What I was talking about was like, if you've got 8 students that are actually paying attention,
I got the gist of it.
8 students that aren't, this one kid can screw over the school funding if they decide to sleep through class.
Go to that school.
Yeah, you know, it flicked me off. I don't care. It hurts my feelings, but I don't care.
Hey, if you guys want to see Thomas get beat up by Kane, click the like button.
If we get 10 likes, I will make a video on that.
Yes, it would be beautiful.
Oh no.
I'm gonna make a bunch of accounts just to do that. Nah, I'm just joking. That'd be
Every
a waste
like
of time.
counts.
My goodness, this is gonna be like the Facebook thing. One push-up, one like is one push-up.
Well, push up for who
It'd
though?
be
Who's
suck if
doing
like
these
Syndicate
push-ups?
did it with like 9 million subscribers. That's like 50,000 likes.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. When there's like a really good video, everybody likes it, and then there's a bunch of people who always press the dislike button. I've never pressed the dislike button
Those
on
are
a
the
video.
troll people.
Yeah, those are the people
only
who's like,
time-
hee hee, I go put dislike button, hee hee hee, so mean. And then it's like they're 1 and like 3
If I'm gonna push a
million.
dislike button, it's because it's either a really misleading title. If it's a super misleading title, like, what do you call it? Say like somebody were to like post a video and say like, oh my god, real aliens attacking so and so, and you go to like watch the video and it's just like in 1984.
I made the exact type of video I made how to get Hawk Moon on the Xbox One, and it's not even on the Xbox One. It's like 6,000 views and
different.
about
That's different.
100 dislikes.
Did you do it on purpose though? You did
Yeah,
it.
well, basically, I made a supplement video, but
It's a troll.
I put how to get Hawk Moon on Xbox One as the title and a picture of Hawk Moon as the
Right.
thumbnail. I mean,
Oh.
technically, it was right because I said in the video, this is like this. You're in a lack of Hawk Moon, and so this is a supplement for it. You know, but everybody's just like, oh, it's not real Hawk Moon. You're gay. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So
Because
yeah,
they're
it's false.
hilarious.
It's false advertising, which I think the Taken King is doing, and any game really does. I mean,
Misleading
like,
title is like something I would dislike.
think hate comments built YouTube.
Well, I'm not talking about misleading title. I'm talking about, like, I was watching the Taken King thing today because I was going to go watch the Call of Duty Zombie storyline because I can never get bored of that for some reason. Don't know why. First time I watched it, went all the way through. But, like, it shows, like, a bunch of ships being fired at, and I don't know if that's going to be a cutscene or if you're going to have space battles or whatever, but I don't think you're going to have space battles.
Me and a few of my friends were talking about that.
Because otherwise they probably would have told you.
I don't play Destiny anymore because I got, like, when the House of Wolves came out, I got all my characters maxed in, like, 2 weeks. I haven't played that game for real. Like, I've played it a couple times just because friends jump on the casual Crucible match. I haven't really played that game, and I want to say 3 months. Truly, I just haven't cared.
I actually told all my friends on 360 that I'm most, like, 99% gonna sell it. Because I'm can't find any enjoyment in Destiny much without buying new content.
With Destiny.
Well, I mean, I bought a PS4 because I bought it used, I think. No, I bought it new. But my thing was, I didn't want to buy it in the first place. My friend made me, or he didn't make me, but he wanted me to. And when I bought it, I wasn't to it. And now that I've been playing it more and getting more, like,
we're lagging.
Of a higher level, I've been able to actually, like, enjoy the game. Yeah. Wait, I really what's happening?
You can just hear a mouse clicking.
Yeah, I started lagging really bad. My computer's doing some funky stuff. Ever since I got my new graphics card, it just pulls all of my computer's processing power to it.
Well, I think it's Carlos who's doing it because I can hear you guys just fine.
Yeah, Carlos sees lagging for us too, but my computer was frame jumping and.
Well, then again, his internet, I mean, I think your internet, Carlos, might kind of suck considering how much is connected to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the basement. I live in the basement.
The iPods, you're in a basement, your mom's phone, Jason's phone, I mean...
Oh, well,
dude, you should see our internet. My room alone has 5 internet connections going to it. 2 on Ethernet.
See, I've got my PlayStation on right now. I'm playing Rocket League as we do this.
I was told that I wasn't supposed to play anything, and
that's because Kelton. I think you might get distracted.
Kelton,
Carlos, I couldn't even tell.
I do get distracted. I get too distracted a lot. I will just I'll in mid sentence just forget what I'm saying. I'll just be like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'll have to be focused on something else. About it, but yeah.
All we heard was...
I think it's the internet connection, honestly. I think which is like the crap. I'm like...
My internet probably isn't great, just because it's Mediacom.
Oh, dude, we have Mediacom. We have the best internet.
Mediacom is like the best.
I have 15 MB internet from Mediacom. It's the best internet I've ever had in my life.
Soon I'm going to have cable.
We have like 30... We have the best package you can get in the Midwest. Like, Mediacom, you have to spend money to get it good. Like, if you don't spend...
Yeah, that's how they want you to do it, though.
Yeah, it's like, well, we needed it because my room, there's something in the walls. We have a really old house. My house is probably like 130 years old now. So it has these weird things in the wall that pretty much just blocks all Wi-Fi coming to my room. So, and I'm pretty much the sole user of the internet. Everybody else just like gets on their Xbox and plays, but I upload videos, I watch YouTube, I watch TV on my Xbox, I play it, you know, I do all this different stuff, so I'm the one that needs it the most, and it just wasn't reaching my room, so we needed to get we needed to get a super good package for the things that we can't hook up to Ethernet to at least be usable.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, like, you can hardwire into it, can't you?
Yeah, I have 2 100-foot Ethernet cables for my Xbox and my computer, because I'm 3 rooms away from, like, my Ethernet cables, there's a hole drilled through my little brother's room, and it runs through his wall, like, runs through his room on his wall. It's on the floor, then it goes around his door, then it goes up through a vent, runs behind my dad's entertainment system, and then meets up with the router.
Does this entertainment system happen to be a computer?
No, it's a soundbar and a 60-inch TV.
I was hoping that would be a computer and that the search history was never up.
Speaking of vents, Carlos, you might want to check and make sure your sisters aren't peeking in because they're weird.
No,
My cousins are weird. They look in through his vent to watch him.
Oh yeah,
play
dude.
video
There's a
games.
pillow over. Nobody can look in.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, guess what? You
last
wanna
time
know
we
what?
were here, dude, the pillow was there.
I bet his little sisters are going through a time.
Oh.
I'm
Kelton, why you gotta make
No.
everything so
Stop.
weird?
Kelton,
I'm
just
not
stop.
making anything weird. Okay, you wanna know what? I was gonna make a funny joke out of it, but you guys
sure.
are because
You.
it's supposed to be taken the wrong way, but then it's something totally different. But it's completely ruined now. So
Most of those jokes
Probably
aren't
gonna
that
be about
funny.
freaking child rape, knowing you.
no, I mean like it would sound like
Okay, guys, let's just simmer down here. Let's
You want
simmer down.
it would
Seriously,
sound
playing
like that,
with
but it'd
him?
be something totally different. Oh my gosh, I mean, so many videos. It would. I mean, I'm not one of those people that does this stuff.
Kelton, you know I can kick you from the group call right now.
I
Shut
know.
up.
He's got the button. He's highlighting the button.
I don't
He's
like
what?
that button.
If I just see a name disappear, I'm gonna.
You see my awesome avatar just disappear.
Anyways,
not
what
that
were we
awesome.
talking? Oh yeah, no, Thomas. Yeah, that vent is good, bro. It's covered.
Alright.
But yeah, my internet is probably not the best since I'm down low, and the router is up top in the living room. So it's like I'm kind of far from the router.
And you've probably got friggin' concrete separating you from the living room.
Depends how old of a house these has.
Well, like the
No,
concrete...
it's-
I have concrete sides in my room.
Not really. It's a relatively new
Because
house.
it's a condo.
Yeah, Thomas. Last time you were here, I think the house was only built like maybe 15 years ago. I want to say.
So yeah, you have wood. You got wood.
Yeah, wood flooring. It should be fine, but then again, it's like a lot of lag happens.
It's wood, drywall, and plaster that is separating. Like it basically, if your house is 30 years old, you have wood, drywall, plaster. If it's 50 years old, it's like a cement type thing. It's not cement, but it's hard. Well, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like a plaster. But then if it's 100 years old, it's a plain out wood plank and concrete in the basement. Our
Yeah.
basement is literally made out of concrete.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's how my old house was. Yeah.
It looks like a horror movie.
Same. Oh,
I love
dude, you
horror
should.
movies. Did you guys hear anything about like PT? Because I heard that if you sell like any console that has PT on it still active, you can get like $700 for
It's
it.
PT.
You don't know what PT is?
No, or I probably do, just not familiar with the name.
PT is the Silent Hills playable trailer game.
Ah, yeah. All right. Oh
I heard
yeah,
that if
they like abandoned that.
Yeah, they did. They stopped it altogether, and so now like collectors are trying to buy anything that has like PT on it.
Yeah,
but at the
wasn't-
same time, it's like if I did sell my PlayStation 4 to get like $700, that's only $300 profit I'd be making. Plus, I'd lose. It's like there's no point to it.
Or yeah, just give them the PlayStation, swap the hard drives.
She's like, yeah, this is mine. I mean, you could probably get sued for that though if you think about it. It's like here, I'm gonna give you this product. You're gonna give me this set. You're gonna give me X amount of money. By the way,
it
get this
depends
product.
how you word it. Like it's all about the wording. Like if you just say PlayStation 4 PT $700,
Right.
It's then you can get in trouble for it. But if you say like
PlayStation 4.
you just gotta word it differently. It's hard to think about it off the top. Like PlayStation 4 PT for plus X amount of money. You can just
Right.
like say, all right, I'm gonna take $200 off. You give them the PlayStation, meaning that you took $200 off for PT. Something like that. It's just all how you word it.
You can get sued
Yeah.
for a lot of things. In
Well, the
America.
thing is,
You can get
it's
sued
on
for
an account
anything. It's just
fault.
whether it passes
Yeah.
in the court or not.
You stole my pencil.
No, seriously, you can
It's
press
like,
charges
dude,
against
no, I
somebody.
was watching this video and this lady like called her lawyer. If you ever watched Scooter, or, like Jake Vale, he
No,
like
I have
this
not.
little farting machine and like he like takes this little farting machine and goes into stores and like uses it to make people think that he's like farting on them. And he did it to this one lady, and she was like, she's like, I'm gonna call my lawyer, I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I was like, oh my god, dude, he just played a prank. Like, lady, calm down.
I know some of these,
man.
dude. Do you know
Some
that all these hood pranks are completely fake? Like,
Yeah.
I'm so tired of seeing these videos of like, oh, dropping $100 in the hood. I mean, you wouldn't do that because this one kid, did a hood prank where basically he says, "Hey, you want to die?" And right before he pulled out hair dye, the two dudes that were part of like pretty much full on hood just unloaded eight bullets into his head. I mean, no one ever will do a real prank in the hood because the one kid that did got killed on sight.
Well, I mean, there's the one dude that dressed up as like a nerd. I don't know if you've seen him. He dresses up like a stereotypical nerd. No. He dresses up as a stereotypical nerd and like walks up to the people in the hood and it's like, "You got a problem?" And then after that, he'll be like, and then he'll like pull out a calculator. He'll be like, "Here, look, I can solve your problem." And it's like, wow, like you just got beat up for a prank.
I know, and then I especially hate it. The kid, like all the prank. Like there's this one prank. It was taking sexy selfies. Where basically he's taking selfies at the beach, but he's right in front of this girl that's in a bikini right next to her dude and everything. And he's sitting there, "Oh yeah, that's hot," and everything. But he's taking selfies, and instead of like he's coming over to beat his ass, but instead of telling him anything, he tells him to chill. I'm like, if you sat there taking pictures of my girlfriend, I would have beat you down. Just telling me chill isn't going to help anything. You're basically telling me calm down. I just took a picture of your girlfriend. It's different if you just say compliment. It's different if you say chill, like it's a prank, chill. And so, like seriously, he didn't reveal it was a prank at all. He just went chill, and just got beat up for it.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's still people that get beat up even though they tell them like, "Dude, it's a prank, chill." Like people say that all the time, but they still get beat up. You know what I mean? Like. I don't know.
Well, yeah, some people just don't even reveal it. They'll just say it's a prank and just don't even reveal it. They're just so stupid with it.
Right.
I really hate it when people do like pranks gone wrong and they're like totally staged. Like everybody knows it's a prank and whatnot.
I like to watch the legit pranks gone wrong. Like there's this one prank where seriously there was the invisible wire prank. Have you ever seen that? Like where
Yeah.
Like
you guys know
you know what the actual wire prank is?
I think I just kind of like it with some of my friends in Jersey.
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. It's where you get fishing wire and you basically just like pull it out and it scrapes on the car, making them think that you're like scraping their car. It does no damage, but it makes a horrible noise. But now it became illegal, so now they're doing the invisible fishing wire prank. And seriously, the dude, like it was prank gone wrong, and it was like kid. He just like obviously just got his license and everything, and they did it to him, and he stopped really hard because they did it on like a highway where they're going 60 miles an hour, and he slammed on the brakes and got a concussion because he slammed his head on the steering wheel. That was a true prank gone wrong, and they went over to help him. But these other prank gone wrong is like, I went up to a cop and I asked him if he wants cocaine. So I got arrested. Prank gone wrong.
It's like, no, you're just being dumb.
Well, then you're just being
I actually did see a prank like that. Where seriously, this dude walked up to a cop with a bag of sugar, pulls it out to him, and said, "Hey, you want cocaine?"
Yeah.
And then he do like a magic trick or whatever and like put it away and like conceal it or whatever.
Yeah, it's like he's just telling him it's sugar, and I'm sure a whole bunch of other drug people have just told him it's sugar, and so he tastes it and everything. It was legit sugar, but he seriously should have just been arrested and had to spend like the night in the holding cell or something just to teach him how retarded he is for doing that.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's America.
Some people in America are so retarded that they will actually sue people. We really should
stop using that word. I know I've used it myself, but we should use stupid instead.
Okay, fine, stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. The difference between those two is retarded means slow. Okay. People are stupid in America because they'll arrest people for having American flags in their front yard. Not joking. Or not arrest them. Sorry, sue them. Sue them.
Oh,
sue them. Yeah.
What?
Having American
They'll sue people for having American flags in their front yard
I've heard
in
of
America.
It happening with Confederate flags, but not about American flags.
Yeah, not in a regular American flag. I know this dude, he used to drive around with the Confederate flag in the back of his truck when I was going to high school, and
there were people that drive on the highway with that all the time.
Yeah, dude, he just had this giant Confederate flag in the back of his truck. He would fly it every day. And eventually it got to the point where enough people complained about it to where the school made him take it down. And he threatened to I think he threatened to sue them with discrimination accusations.
Yeah,
And-
well, it is discrimination accusations. Like,
That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's also like depending on how you look at it, it could be like a cultural history, or in this case, a lot of people were seeing it as racist, even though he's not racist, but what I mean. It's just people felt it was racist because it's a Confederate flag.
I want to know
Well,
how
here's the
people would
problem.
react if it was a Confederate, Union, and American flag there.
They wouldn't know what to do. They'd be like, "Oh God, he's
dude,
a
the
real
Union
patriot."
flag and the American flag are pretty much the same thing.
I know, but
Because
no
that's
one
13
bats
stars,
an
I
eye
thought.
if it's the Union flag.
Because
but
it's
everyone
the same-
flips their
it's-
shit if it's the Confederate
Because the
flag.
Union flag is pretty much the same exact thing as the American flag. What the Union was doing was fighting the Confederates to put them basically all united, which the Union won, so they enforced their rules on the Confederate, and then they already had the American flag, so basically put them all into one. So the Union is the American flag.
And also,
Right,
I
but
hope
it's
you know
just
that
like-
the Confederate flag was not the only flag used by the South. The South used a lot of the state flags too, but
Yeah.
the Mississippi state flag was the one that stood out, I guess.
Well, basically, like, Confederate was just... The South was fighting for state government. North was fighting for universal government.
Well, no, because the South was
What about
fighting for a bunch of stuff. Because back
Well,
then,
that
that's
was their main government system, just state
that
government.
was when like media confusion was like just starting
There was
out, I
no
guess, or
media.
whatever. You know, like that. Like some people, like
You got
I mean,
the casual
people.
newspaper here and there. It wasn't like they can just go sit and watch TV, watch the news.
Well,
Hey,
no,
Tim,
but
how was the game
here's
last
the
night?
thing.
I don't know,
It's I
didn't
mean,
go.
like everything can get confusing. Like conversations and all that. Like the back then. It's
But we
like
should get
today
to
in
the topic
history.
at hand, really.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay, let's go back. Wait, what topic are we going to? We've talked a lot about stuff. Let's see.
Last I know is that Carlos said his friend...
Yeah,
Alright.
he used to
Sorry about that, my parents were home.
fly some dude I knew. I don't know if he was technically my friend, but no, you're good, dude. But yeah, he used to fly the Confederate flag, and eventually the school did make him take it down, and it's like it's technically discrimination because that could just be like his cultural background. You know what I mean? Like that could
Yeah.
be like where he's from, and that's
It's like-
discrimination against him. But you know what I mean? At the same time, some people find it offensive.
Yeah, it's like, because I have a huge Indian cultural background, so technically I can show up in a full Indian costume and it wouldn't be racist, but it can be highly interpreted because I'm a pale white kid showing up acting like I'm an Indian.
Right. See, the thing that gets me now is that anything can be considered considered discrimination.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, well, because
Well, it's like, you can take offense to anything. I could just be sitting here, I'm wearing my Black Ops Zombie shirt right now, and you
Like,
could just be like, oh, that's violent, I don't like that. And
That
you
says
know,
black on it. That's
that-
racist.
That's offending me. You know, that, you
well,
should,
yeah,
should
like
wear
I was
that.
saying though, but like in a real world stance, not with the video games and everything. A lot of
Well, I
people
was just using
nowadays
that as an
get-
example, not as the
Oh,
video
no.
game, just as a shirt.
Oh yeah, dude, I get it. But I know a lot of people now aren't getting jobs, or okay, it's getting better, but at a point it was like people who had tattoos couldn't get jobs, people who had piercings and stretched ears, or, you know what I mean, couldn't
Yeah.
get jobs, and that's discriminatory. Even though on the contract and the application itself it says something along the lines of you will not be judged by features that you have pertaining to race, sex, gender. You know what I mean?
Color.
Yeah, but it's different
Creed,
if they're sitting there
religion.
rocking
But it's-
a
it's-
full metal face and two
Like, that's
sleeves
still-
of tattoos.
That's still discriminatory though, because they're still a person. You know
It
what I
is,
mean? They're
but-
still.
Not for. I'm saying it's different for local businesses and like international chains, like McDonald's. Like it, you know, they're international. If they discriminate, you know, that could go bad. But if
If
you're
it's a local chain, a lot of times it's a family-run business, and at that point they don't really care because it's the family that's running the business. So I mean, you could wear whatever you wanted. Like you could show up in like 2 sticky notes and like a plastic bag, and you'd be fine.
we're recording.
what
You know what
type
I
of
mean?
plastic bag are we talking about? Are we talking about one that's partially see-through, or are we talking about one that covers?
We're talking about one that you wear as like a diaper that you can't see. Hopefully.
Oh, nobody wears a plastic bag as a diaper.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like you like if it's a local owned business, like you could wear that, and you know you wouldn't. be-
Because you can't. Because you could. I mean, I don't know what states this pertains to, but I know Iowa and Illinois. There are states where there's like a I forgot what it's called, but Public indecency, that's it.
Oh yeah, I was
If
it
you're
was a
not
joke, though.
wearing enough clothes, then people
It was
are
a
like,
joke. I mean, I was trying to
Yeah.
say, like, if it's a local owned business, they're not gonna judge you by like how you look because it's your family.
yeah.
A lot of times.
Well, I'm talking like if it's a local owned business and they start hiring, you know, they don't want you to walk
They
in
want-
there at like a hair, like not a hair salon, but like a restaurant, a family restaurant, a diner,
Also-
and this
yeah,
dude's
also-
full metal plated, you know, tattoos everywhere, makeup, you know.
Then again, tattoos don't really make the person. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my
I
god,
think-
he's got tattoos, he must have gone to jail. You know, it's a stereotype that a lot of people have of people.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's like, let's say you've never been there before, and it's one of those places where it's get put in a review on the newspaper, and it has a picture of all the staff there, and you see half these dudes in just full metal, like metal faces on piercings, sleeves like tattooed to the brim. It's gonna look like a bar, you know, not like a family restaurant. It's just.
And again, that's a common misconception a lot of people have, though.
Well, yeah, I'm
Like,
just saying.
I mean, I have tattoos, I have piercings, and I mean, I'm looking for a job, but I had to quit mine. But it's really hard right now, just because a lot of people are looking at like how you look as opposed to your experience and your service abilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
know.
they're more concerned about how you look as opposed to your skills. So they're gonna hire somebody with like no experience but looks completely quote unquote normal. Whereas I like say I have like 3 years of business, you know, business schooling, and I go to try and get this job in a business corporation. Well, they're not going to hire me because I have tattoos and piercings. They're going to hire the other person, even though they have less, you know what I mean, experience, because they're more. It's a better image for the company,
Yeah,
and that in itself is a discriminatory thing. And I don't know. It gets to a point where it's like. If you have tattoos and piercings, you might as well just work in a tattoo. What I'm saying. It's like basically what a lot of people are saying now is like if you have tattoos or piercings, you might as well work in a tattoo shop.
Yeah, or a bar.
The thing
something
about
like
tattoos is
that's
like
a bad stereotype a lot of people have of people with piercings and tattoos. When a lot of times, a lot of them that I know actually are a lot of business owners and a lot of like independent people that actually like make their own money, run their own companies and stuff like that. But then again, that's just a fraction of people I know.
Yeah.
With job hirings and stuff like that, you can still have tattoos and all that. Like my dad, he works at Walmart and he's worked there for quite a while now. He's at a pretty high position. But not just because of the position he has, but because of the long sleeve tattoo he has on his arm, he can't take off his dress shirt because it reveals the tattoo. So if you can conceal the tattoo, they don't care what tattoos you have on your body. As long as no one can see it, you can get hired just like a normal person.
Right.
That's
the
Yeah,
thing.
but you shouldn't have to do that, though. I mean, it's
exactly,
who you are.
yeah.
If you choose a
have to
tattoo,
do
you
it.
choose that way, you know, to express yourself.
Right.
Because
No,
to me,
but
getting a tattoo is like an expression, you know.
Well, I just wanted to clear, because like the way Carlos was saying it, like if you have a tattoo of a dove on your left shoulder, you can't get hired anywhere.
Well, it's just
kind
a lot
how
of
it was
people now are
sounding with this
looking at that.
conversation.
A lot of people now are looking more at like what you have tattooed, or like even if you have tattoos, companies that are bigger are not going to hire you just because it's like
It's a bad image.
it's quote unquote a bad image.
Yeah, quote unquote.
It doesn't look professional, and they want somebody who looks professional as opposed to somebody who like has a bad tattoo. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Like somebody who did get got a bad tattoo, and you know, I don't know how to explain it.
It's like you got this one business, like you got two people that you get to hire. You're a manager at this new store, and like you just became manager, and your executive just told you, hire one person. Two people walk up, and one guy has 2 years of experience, but he has this huge skull on his right arm. And let's just say the concealing rule was out. A huge skull on his right arm. But the other guy has like 6 weeks of experience. But he's wearing a white shirt and everything, a red tie, and no tattoos.
The stereotypical business guy is basically...
Yeah, the stereotypical business guy. You know, you're going to hire him because you want to look better to your boss, just saying, hey, I hired this guy, he's going to make us look good, you know, and let's just hope he's a good concept to the company. You know, when the other guy could have, he's probably going to lose you more money because 6 weeks of experience still is almost like a training stage depending on what job, and then 2 years of experience is going to really make you money.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. Here's another thing too. Well, it's just that businesses keep doing this, so
Internal.
people can keep discriminating like this. Like, I mean, why don't we just make it so that you just can't say anything against? I mean, I understand offensive tattoos, like which are like really discreet, where the people in the tattoos are like
offensive
or
tattoos,
say
like,
something.
they're
But I mean, I
hiding
understand if like you're. I understand if like you got like if you're in the military and you got something, or like if you love like you got one of those hearts that says your initials plus somebody else's initials. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with any tattoos, really.
Right. See, what the thing is,
I don't
if it's
care.
if it's like a quote, unquote, highly offensive tattoo, like a naked lady on your arm, a lot of people aren't gonna hire you just off the bat because like it's a naked lady on your arm. Then again, I get why people get them. It's a pinup tattoo, but at the same time, it's kind of harder to get. Like if you just have like an abstract, like geometrical tattoo sleeve, they can't get mad at you because it's just shaped, right? But if it's like a naked lady eating
Food.
I don't know, a pile of crap, then it's like, it's kind of sketchy. But then again, that's when you look at the experience and then if they can cover it up or not.
Yeah.
Because if you can cover it up, then you
I'm imagining Kermit with an ear piercing.
should be fine. But at the same time, it's also kind of... my picture of Kermit.
Dude, every time he talks, I can just imagine this
Oh,
Kermit
man.
talking. Like that little...
frog here.
Kermit the Frog here. But like...
Kermit the Frog.
That was good. That was
Like
a good
that-
impression right there.
That little
Thomas.
That
tiny
was really good.
lip that hangs down. Like, I can just imagine that's the only part that moves when he talks.
It's like he's whispering to someone off to his side about this whole thing, and they're just standing there acting like they like each other.
Kermit the Frog here, talking on the mic.
Kermit the Frog here.
Nobody
gosh.
knows that we're actually all in the same house right now.
You're stupid.
There's just an echo from my laugh because you can pick it up on Thomas's mic.
It's not my
Yeah.
mic, it's his mic.
Yeah,
It's on my mic.
Well, this thing that we were gonna do, it's a while back my computer's audio jack stopped working, so I had to buy a USB to audio and mic jacks, and it wouldn't recognize it anymore. So I was gonna have headphones plugged into my speakers, and then another set of headphones plugged into the little audio jack converter to USB.
Right.
And it wouldn't work. My computer wouldn't install the drivers, so we couldn't do that. So we have to use the speakers.
True.
That's okay
So
though.
I apologize for the echo.
No, dude,
Oh,
I
it's
don't
fine.
mind it. As long as it's not like a Connect mic echo, you're good.
Oh, you got a problem with Connect mics?
No, okay, because that's what we call them on PlayStation 2. Like, you'll hear it.
Yeah,
It's like, you hear yourself saying everything. It's like,
The
God,
stupid PlayStation mics.
I never
Or
even knew
PlayStation
PlayStation
eyes.
2 had online. I honestly thought
Oh
it was all
my
split
God.
screen and all that, because I could never do online.
That's what it was all about. Online didn't really start till PlayStation 3 and
Xbox 360.
Xbox 360. Dude, it started on the Xbox original. If it wasn't for the Xbox original, I don't think online
Well, that's what-
gaming would
okay.
be really a thing. I mean, even if you're a hardcore PlayStation person, you've really got to give
So what?
props to the original Xbox.
The Dreamcast tried to pioneer it, though. It's like it came
Yeah.
with online games and online store and stuff like that.
But
Nobody
Xbox just perfected it.
Just
Yeah,
like Black Ops 3
they-
perfected
New Gen
the
stuff
advanced
has been
movements.
getting better with it.
Like, the only thing that really, if you go back and look, the only thing that's different is the interface, because on the original Xbox, there's friends list, messages, parties, private chat, there's all that stuff. Same thing that's on the 360, same thing that's on the Xbox One. All they've had to do is carry it over, but somehow they managed to screw up the parties on the Xbox One. I hate the
I
party
still don't
system.
understand what's going on
Hey,
there.
what's the deal with the parties? I haven't heard about this.
Just all you gotta do is look up Xbox One party system, and it's broke. Like, on Xbox 360, they made it so easy. Like, you press the middle button, it'd bring up this little prompt.
The dashboard.
Oh,
You
well,
didn't
it
have
didn't
to
bring
go
up
out
the
of your
full
game.
dashboard. It brung up a mini dashboard, which
Yeah,
was
no,
perfect,
I've
Like a shortcut.
and it was super speedy fast.
played Xbox 360 before. I'm not, you know what I mean? But
You said you played PlayStation all your life, so sorry.
well, I mean, I've had friends that I hung out with that played Xbox.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't right for me to make that assumption, but
No, you're good, dude.
like, and then on Xbox One, they took that away. Like, basically, you press the home button, it brings you to the dashboard.
But it doesn't cancel out your game.
And
so that's
and
okay.
instead of, like, I know PlayStation, they have a way better system for it, where you pretty much, you press up, and it brings you that little, your control panel.
No, we have to press the PlayStation button, which takes us to the home screen, and you have to go to the party, if you want to invite somebody, if you want to kick somebody out, you got to do it that way. If you want to, you know what I mean, leave
Well,
the
yeah,
party.
I meant to say something like that. It's all done like that, but it's really snappy. Xbox One has this function called Snap. I don't know if you've heard of it for Xbox One. Snap.
You bring up a small toolbar.
It's like basically it puts two huge boxes on your screen, on your game, and it shoves it off to the left. And then on your right, you get this little tiny screen where it brings up party, friends. It's snapping. You know, it has it on the side, so it's basically for a Kinect, but you can use it with a controller. Because what it's supposed to be, you say Xbox Snap Friends as you're playing the game, and it pulls up your friends list. But since I don't have a Kinect, I have to double tap the home button,
which
brings up this little 3-prong thing, which is either snap an app, unsnap, or go back to your game. And then you wait about 2 minutes for Snap to load. And then if you want to go to the party system, that's a whole nother debacle. You're just sitting there waiting. It's either A, the party system doesn't work, which meaning connections are fried on it. Like, you can go to game chat, invite your buddies, and talk through game chat perfectly, but you try to go.
Sounds terrible.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's crap. I hate the Xbox party system, and especially, no offense to you guys, Kelton or Thomas, I don't know why we'll all be playing the same game. And you guys all have to be in parties. I mean, it's so much easier to be in game chat.
It is, dude. If you're lagging out of if you're lagging out of a party,
I've told them that so many times. If you keep lagging, turn off your party. We'll all go into game chat. That's one less thing dragging on your internet.
I'm just
used to the thing is with me though is I like to have a private party. So like if somebody's lagging out of a private party, there's nothing really I can do because we usually if we're playing like a game like GTA and we go to a public session, everybody will hear us.
No, because you can change it though. You can change it so that way it's like friends only or crew only and stuff like that. You can change it.
Yeah, but nobody wants to. That's a little too much though. You know what I mean? Because then you have to,
if you too much. That's literally not even 30 seconds. You just go into the
it's in the game settings and stuff. But if you wanted to just get in there and start talking right away, you don't want everybody to have to go through and
Yeah, but we don't all usually play GTA. We'll be playing zombies on Call of Duty, and
I just as an example.
On our funny moments videos. I don't know why we did the one funny moments video on the old community channel we had when we were in the multiplayer. It's understandable to be in a party because it was 3 of us, 3 other people on our team. Then you got the whole 6 on the enemy team that all have mics. And then we were in a 3-player zombie match, and we were the 3 players, and we were in a party. There's just no need for it.
It just makes everything easier because you don't have to worry about everybody else hearing you or But
yeah, I see what you're saying, but truly.
Anyways, your Xbox debacle type.
Oh, yeah, the Xbox toboggle is just, it says, it doesn't kick you out of party, which I prefer it to do what it used to do. Like, if you couldn't connect to the party, it would kick you from it. But what it does now, it puts you in the party.
But it says your connection's fried and you can't talk.
It'll show an X next to your mic symbol, which is just a little circle, and it sucks. So it's kind of hard to tell whether it's working or not. And so it just says an X, and it says due to network limitations, you are not allowed to speak with anybody in the party, but you're in the party anyway.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I wish it was just like 360 where it's just can't connect to Xbox Live Party. That would have been so much easier.
Yeah, and it just doesn't even worry about it. Sometimes it used to put you in your own party, but I believe they took that away. I don't know, I haven't played on 360 in a year.
No, they haven't taken that away yet.
Yeah, my friend just sold it. So we can buy PS4.
There even go away, you faggot.
So, yeah. That's about it on the party system. Truly, it doesn't sound as bad. It sounds like we're over-exaggerating. But once you actually play it, it does it way too much.
I still hate the double tap button thing.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop this not stop this, but I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, this conversation started 2 hours and 14 minutes ago.
Why do we care?
Well, because we've been talking to our friends who may or may not be watching this part for over an hour now.
And don't forget that you might be... Are you talking about the time we've been on the Skype call? Because remember, Kelvin, we've been in the Skype call for 44 minutes before we started the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that it's been over an hour then for
Well, then again, there's always the editing and
since
stuff
we've been
you gotta
talking
go
to
through
all
and,
our
like,
friends out there on the internet.
Well, we usually upload this pretty raw and just put in a little thing that says like, hey,
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
I'm gonna completely
He wants- he
remove the
doesn't.
video, and then I'm just gonna leave the audio. Kelton, you're wind tunneling like you're doing it on purpose.
I'm sorry. I'm right next to a fan this time. I've moved into a different room.
Oh.
Still
you're
talking.
just pacing like I do.
I'm not pacing. I have to move into a different room because there's some other people in that room now. I don't want them in the background.
I pace when I talk over the phone and stuff.
Usually I do that too, but
Yeah,
I
it's
tried
really
to
annoying when you
stop
try
that.
doing it on Skype. It's every 30 seconds. Oh god, oh god, because you keep on dropping it.
Yeah, how do you drop that? I can walk around. I'm a pro at holding stuff. I can hold light stuff, hold heavy stuff, and hold big stuff and small stuff. All sorts of packages of stuff.
Did you just send some over Skype, Carlos?
It's just a
You gotta
blank.
let know. What? What is it?
You just sent a blank message.
Oh, I know it's loading for some reason. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Wait, did you send me a message?
that is hilarious.
I guess I'll have to find out the message later. Huh?
Poor Donald Trump. You should put that.
Yeah,
You should put that picture.
It's just a picture of Donald Trump in a deformed, like somebody edited it. For some reason, I feel like, are you talking to me? I feel like that's what he's saying.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Instead of having a
Let's
black-
not be talking to me.
Instead of having
Another
a black
presidential
screen, just have that
candidate
picture.
that I can't stand, Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry.
For
But
some reason, nobody likes her. I don't know what
No.
the big deal is.
No,
It's because she was a
oh.
criminal. I can't talk today.
She hides things.
She had a criminal history.
yeah, and
And
she's
she-
deleted it.
Yeah, and she's hiding stuff that from files that shouldn't be hidden.
Yeah, because she's a dumbass and decided to have one email for personal and work when she's a secretary.
Oh, sorry, these Xbox One controllers
You do
have
realize my
horrible
parents-
range,
my dad
so it
walked
just
in
cut
here,
out.
right?
Yeah,
Wait, you're using your Xbox One for Skype?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's poor.
I'm not poor. I'm just not using a computer because my computer sucks.
I'm using a tablet. Don't feel bad.
That's alright, I'm just using a computer. Like you're supposed to.
If I'm poor, then what does that make you?
That makes me rich. Because if you're poor, I'm rich in comparison.
Ouch.
Jokes, stay out of this. This is one-on-one. This is A and B conversation. There are no rooms for C's.
Dag Norbit.
I hate that when people just butt into conversations like that. It's just so.
Dude, that's
How do you
exactly
think-
what my little brother is.
Nick, too.
Really?
Whenever Kelton and I were arguing, or William and I were arguing, or something,
Oh, yeah.
I would be in an argument with someone, and Nick always tries to come in and act like he's the savior of it all.
Dude, and he acts like he's such a saint. Oh my god, he's the biggest anti-saint there is.
Yeah, and he's probably. I think that he's been cheating on his girlfriend, and he's like, oh, he's
I
just
think he
talking,
has.
whatever. He flirts with every girl he
Dude,
meets.
he's cheated
He
with
doesn't-
like 7 of his girlfriends.
He
I've
doesn't.
called
He
him a
doesn't
player
talk to
before.
them. He
Oh my
flirts with difference.
Please stop.
These are gonna be the pictures for the thumbnail.
Yes,
Oh,
I
really?
have 2 more. I have 2 more of them.
Alright,
Damn
2 more
it.
than that.
Why'd
So
you
I can
send
only
them
fit
to
so
me?
many in the thumbnail.
You should just have like a playlist
Why
cycling.
did that get so big?
Yeah, they
It
should
did
just
that
be those
earlier,
4
too, for a
pictures
second.
cycle.
Just throw out the whole thing. Oh my god.
Oh, the photo was unavailable.
Oh!
I can't get the photo on my side. Thomas got it though.
Oh, I got it
I
on my
can
phone.
tell.
Oh, that's terrible.
Alright, we should actually start talking before this gets completely out of hand.
Oh yeah, don't we edit the videos and stuff too though?
What'd you say?
The audio track.
What I do is that I take out the video and then I add a text in the very beginning because I can literally render a 3-hour video in a matter of minutes if
Oh
it's
my
just
goodness.
audio. So
Oh, you shared that one again.
Yeah.
No,
but
yeah,
the-
change it.
that like at like some that point where we're like 10 likes gets Thomas gets to see that one video of
Sony
Kane
Vegas
beating up Thomas.
rendering a 6-minute video in 720p. Not even full 720p. Takes about 30 minutes.
How long would it take to beat up Thomas?
Yeah. Why are we talking
Not
about
very
beating up
long.
Thomas? I'm not letting that happen. I'm gonna drop.
We're not
kick
talking
somebody
about
who
beating
beats
Thomas. We're talking about beating Thomas up. There's a difference, Carlos.
Yeah.
No, I'm saving him in that case.
We should totally stage the whole thing though.
I'll get to him first, though.
You
I know where you live.
actually know what Thomas and Kane are in the
Dang it,
same
stop
room.
sending
right?
those.
Oh my god, what is that?
I don't want to know.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig.
Man,
No
Oh,
bear
that's
in that
nice.
though. There's just man pig.
Naked pig.
Al Gore.
That just
Okay,
needs to
guys.
be in the video.
Never
Just
see a
naked
pig
pig.
that has
Focus.
hands and be naked.
Focus, everybody.
Focus.
Go to your inner focus.
No.
Yes.
Alright, so we should really try to get on topic here. This
That's
podcast
what I'm trying to
is
say.
turning into something
Focus.
Weird.
Just
So should we go back to like gun control and stuff like that, or no?
Sure. Let's get a
Okay.
real word topic going.
did you know? Okay, this is a statistic.
I mean,
and
I
I
don't know
can't
what's
back
up,
it up
but-
right now.
Chinese subs.
But about 90% of guns used in shootings and whatnot are illegally bought or obtained.
Because most of the guns are military grade. If you're
Yeah, I
gonna
was
go
saying,
to
that
like a
doesn't
mass
surprise me.
shooting, you're not gonna be able to just use a hunting rifle.
No,
Unless
you
you're
can,
really
all you need
talented.
is like a 9mm handgun. You could shoot up an entire store.
A store, not a huge high school.
Yeah, you could also shoot up a high school. I mean,
No, why am I arguing for this? I sound like a horrible person right now.
Well, no, you're just talking logically.
yeah.
Well,
you're just talking-
you're playing devil's advocate right now. So if
Yeah.
you think about it, you're right. You can't really go into. Well, not that I would know.
Well, here's the thing.
If you think about it,
if
but
you use
can't
a
really go
gun,
into public
and let's say like it's like passing time, somebody pulls a gun and starts shooting that way.
Well, yeah, a 9mm pistol has like 8 bullets, like in
Yeah.
half of, and it's
In
a
a
9mm.
in a magazine,
and-
but here's the thing: nobody else has a gun. If you're in the middle of passing, you start shooting off a gun. Everybody's gonna be running, but there's gonna be crowds and mass people. People are falling down on the ground. I mean,
He's gonna get
there's-
flagged. I feel like.
How does it get flagged? There's
I'm too
worse
small
stuff.
of a YouTuber for it to get flagged for this reason.
Yeah. No,
there's
no,
like
but
an there's like 4 people that actually watch this all the way through.
yeah, I actually, no offense to you guys, I kind of just skip through parts sometimes.
I don't care.
Why would we
I
care?
never told you had to watch it.
No,
But,
but I'm not a ghost subscriber. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, I'm going back to devil's advocate here. Like, I really, if you're thinking about shooting up a school, don't. I mean, you're retarded for doing that. But, like, seriously, a 9mm pistol doesn't even travel through a person's head. Like, it hits
know.
him and stops. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you bring in M1911, which hold 8 bullets to the clip, or you can bring in a PPSH, which holds like 60 bullets to the clip, and just as
Yeah,
a
but
bullet hose.
why would somebody have a PPSH though? That's a Russian.
Well,
Do you know
did
how
say
many
that
people
we're
have
trying to
PPSHs?
give
Is
legal
ridiculous.
names.
They are so easy to get.
How about this? If you want to ruin your life, just don't.
And that
That's
was
it.
deep. That was deep,
That's it.
man.
I feel like
That was
people-
not deep. I
I
know.
feel if you want to ruin your life, go to the hospital, grab a toxic needle, and shove it right in your chest.
Jesus Christ, you guys are morbid.
Oh, you want to ruin your life? Cut off
If you
your
want to ruin
balls.
your life, don't pay attention in school.
That
That'll
is
do
true.
it for you.
That was like really clean though.
Exactly.
I was like
You're
the
not thinking
the most-
enough.
the most logical thing out of that whole little spiel was that, and it was perfectly clean.
Yeah,
Or if
exactly.
like if you want to screw up your life, pull out a huge student loan and not show up to college.
Hold on.
No,
If
no.
you want to screw your
That's
life,
right. That's right.
if you want to screw over your life, ignore a call from your mother.
Oh
No.
God, that is the worst.
Okay, no. If
I've
you
never
want to screw,
ignored. Actually,
no.
I
If you
ignore a lot of calls from my mom.
I
if you
accidentally
want to
ignore
screw up
calls
your
from my
life,
mother.
guys, you cut off your balls.
Oh my.
So I guess are you telling us
we're
this because
going
you
on.
already did it and you want closure? Or
No.
We're not giving
No.
you sympathy for this.
I want foreclosure. Dun 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 dun.
See, this is why we can't talk to you, Kelton.
What
You make
dude,
jokes like
that was perfectly Not logical.
What does foreclosure have anything to do with this conversation?
Okay,
Foreclosure has something to do with a
closure,
freaking
foreclosure.
I know.
Okay, it's the same root word, but one of them has 4 in front of it.
Closure is
Don't
not a
basically
root.
mean the house is gonna get like people from a house. I think it's
No,
getting
it
evicted.
can also be a building.
Yeah,
It can also
foreclosure
be a
is
building.
when the bank repossesses your house.
Closure
Exactly.
is not even a root word, Kilton.
Yeah, there you go.
Closure actually is
It's a
root
base
word.
word. There's a difference
No, it
between a
is-
base
All
word
right,
and a root word.
grammar Nazi versus grammar Nazi. No one's gonna win here because Grammar Hitler isn't real anymore. He committed suicide. All right, so
No.
leave me alone.
You don't understand. People
Shut up, Kelton. Leave it.
like
Let's go back to the
grapes.
conversation at hand.
Okay.
This is why no one talks to you. You sit there and linger on conversations forever.
I said people like grapes. That has nothing to do with this conversation.
You're just referencing again.
Anyways, he did say 90% of the guns were obtained illegally, which, I'm not going to argue with. But a lot of them are, a lot of people lately have been, like, concealed carrying and stuff like that. And, it's illegal for people to do that now in certain states. But if a cop catches you with it and you have your license and everything, they can't really arrest you. They can't detain you.
They can just give you a fine for it.
They can give you a fine for it if you don't have your license on you. And they can, like, if you don't have your license on you, they can arrest you. But at the same time, if you know your rights and stuff like that, then they can't really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got a funny story.
That's the thing is, I wanted to say this earlier before you get to your story. Like, back when we were talking about businesses, freedom of speech and, thou shalt not, like, discriminate, something like that.
Not.
But,
Thou
like,
shalt.
like, basically, the 10 Amendments for the USA don't, like, apply to anybody anymore. If you are a part of the government, if you're a cop, anything, a businessman, it's like nothing. The amendments don't apply to you.
I've got a funny lifetime story about, like, that's somewhat related to the Second Amendment.
You should actually talk loud enough so the mic can hear you.
Sorry.
The mic can hear him really well, I think.
For you guys,
Yeah, I can hear him right now.
For you guys, it's different.
But,
Oh.
so, I think it was 2 summers ago, maybe. I went and visited my uncle in North Carolina after going to Tennessee and then visiting my grandpa in South Carolina. And my uncle still works for the military. He doesn't he does deploy to other countries and stuff like that, but so now he carries a gun or a knife with him most of the time. My uncle screwed up twice during the whole visit. One time we went to laser tag and we were just about to enter the arena and he realized he still had his Glock on him.
Oh.
And then he was taking me to the airport
It
because
sucked
he
if
was
they
gonna...
had the pistol laser guns. Oh, whoops, wrong one.
And then
That'd be horrifying. It's like, why isn't his laser green? Why is it a really fast yellow flash?
and then he was taking me to the airport. We were about to go through security and he still had his knife on him.
Oh my god.
I had to run back to the car, which took me about half an hour because it was friggin' difficult to find his car because there were apparently like 18 gray sedans.
Dude, the gray sedans are everywhere.
I know!
18 is probably an understatement for an airport.
Of what I saw, there was 18.
Yeah, for an
Yeah,
airport,
in
it's
parking
like
lot C.
500,000.
My uncle, he's a great guy, and he's hilarious, and he plays Xbox with me and stuff. He actually played Gears of War 2 and 3 with me.
Didn't you say he's the one you filmed the Mortal Kombat tournament stuff with?
No, that was,
No, that's his, like, pretty much stepdad.
that's basically my stepdad, Rob,
Oh.
the Giant, as he's called in some of the videos. So, yeah, my uncle just kind of screws up. He's a man-child, as I like to call him. I've also got an Uncle Scott who's a man-child.
Don't call him a man-child, because a man-child is some freaky fetish thing.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
Well,
that's kind of
That's,
like
that's
Michael
literally
Jackson.
its definition, is that you like to dress up like a little kid.
alright, well, he never grew up in his head, I guess is what you could say. He still likes to play video games, but he doesn't do it unless he's got, like, me there or
My
someone.
dad's 40-year-old and plays video
Dude,
games.
people play video games all the time who are adults. I know someone was like 50
You know
years
that
old.
actually 66% of gamers are people 30 years and older? It's
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
just
dude, a lot of the
adults.
randoms that I had met were like 30-year-old Canadian potheads. Like that was a majority
Hey.
of my friend list. For
Like,
I don't know
seriously,
why.
half the people I used to play with on Xbox and everything, back in the old days of Xbox 360, were complete adults. Like, seriously, I'd be playing with them, and they like, oh, I have to go. Ask them why. Oh, I have to take my kid to school.
You're just like, oh.
I'm like, okay, I'll see you when you get back.
Oh, man.
Dude, there's a drama queen at our school. I'm gonna call her Rosie for this.
Do I know her?
Mm-hmm. She's drama queen.
Did she used to play with us on Xbox? Okay,
yeah. Alright, so, she claims that the first random that she became friends with was part of the Lizard Crew.
No.
And she swears up and down that she's friends with people from Lizard Crew.
Dude, she told me that she got her Xbox 360 to play Xbox One. She lies so bad.
And she thinks she's so cool because she's one of the few girl gamers you'll see at our school.
Dude, there's like a lot of them. They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friggin' cheerleaders go home.
No, I hope you know that anybody, just about anybody at anywhere games. Anybody who has access to electronics games usually.
But not like phone gaming. We're talking about console gaming.
Well, thanks for ruining life for me.
Because there's a lot of freaking girls out there that just play non-stop like phone games. Yeah, Candy Crush, Flappy Bird,
Kardashian game.
Okay, what about
Fucking hate that game.
soundboards?
I still think it's stupid that people did that with the Flappy Bird thing.
What?
The guy got sued so much that he had to take it off the market because
Why?
people were breaking their phones because they were getting mad at Flappy Bird.
Well,
Dude,
here's the thing.
you know, he banked off the suings because he removed it because people just got too mad at it. It brought him too much rage. That's
He got
why
death threats too. He was getting death threats for a while too.
Yeah.
It
wasn't
to,
because
like,
he got sued and lost money. He made money from the court cases because when you sue, you have to win to get the money.
Yeah.
And
but
when
you also
lose, you lose it.
Yeah.
And he won every court case because no one said you had to break your phone. The game didn't tell you break your phone.
In order to get $1 million in real money, you have to break your phone.
Did you know that one lady sued McDonald's for having like a lukewarm, warm, like really hot coffee, and she took a drink of it and burnt her tongue and won $1.5 million?
Yeah, now they have to like chill it or something beforehand. I think.
Oh no! You want to know what's funny
because
about
the
that?
clerk didn't tell her that it was hot, and now it's on the cups that says
It was.
morning hot.
I thought it's always
Dude,
been on the cup.
I went.
No,
I went to
it didn't used to be.
I went to a hotel and they had coffee cups there, and it says on the coffee cups, "Careful, it's hot." But you already knew that because you're not stupid.
Dude, we saw this one we saw this one sign on a railroad to the casino because some casinos on the river let kids go in if you're under the age of 21 to like go eat dinner or something. And there's this one that has this train track going. It says, "Please." It's a completely serious sign. You know, it's not like funky colors or anything. It says, "Please wait for train to pass before crossing the railroad."
God dang it.
It makes me so sad. Me and my grandma were sitting there so sad that they had to put that sign there because if you think about it, all these signs were created for a reason because someone did it.
Just like laws, too. Every law is created because someone has done it. Or they came up with it thinking that someone would definitely do it.
Yeah, back to the.
I love reading crazy
about
laws.
that.
Yeah, and also that same day, my grandma's in a wheelchair, and you'll be surprised. Like if I didn't tell you she was in a wheelchair, and I told you guys her life, you think she wasn't handicapped, but she was trying to cross the railroad, and we didn't see it or hear it because the stupid train driver wasn't blowing his horn, and it was one of those micro trains, so it doesn't really make a lot of noise, and it was coming right for us. And she was trying to cross, and her wheelchair got stuck in the track.
Oh.
I had to go pick up her chair, which is like a good 500 pounds, and I just picked that sucker up and moved her to the other side because she got stuck.
Okay, it's one of those electric wheelchairs?
Yeah.
Okay, when you said 500 pounds, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, my
How
grandma
heavy is
weighs
this
about
woman?
like 90 pounds, and then the chair is just a complete rest.
I weigh 90 pounds.
Like, dude, my grandma
That wouldn't surprise me.
does
Kevin.
so much. She's in the
That's
newspaper.
true.
Every month she writes a newspaper story, and then she also is in the Davenport civilian thing, like civil rights committee. and we have our own park program. Every summer it's called Adventures with Grandma, where basically we get you guys to go outside and go to a park.
Adventures with Grandma.
That's what it's called. That's like amazing, the way you said that.
Yeah, I just checked. It's 96.
Can you say that again
96
and we'll record
times.
it and just...
Okay, anyways, back to the stupid science thing and rules and laws and all that. There was a time
while you're flying in an airplane.
where
You can't look
people,
at it in the eye.
16-year-olds would drive to school, and in the back of their trucks and cars or whatnot, they'd have hunting rifles, they would bring knives into class, and they'd sharpen their pencils with them.
My dad's done that a couple times before.
Kelton, where are you going with this story?
I'm just saying that there was a time
Yeah, we were
where
talking about the signs
we
and
didn't have
rules.
to fear about the person who's sitting on our right
That's
and the
what-
person who's
yeah,
sitting on our
exactly.
left.
There used to be a time where everybody had a gun and a knife at hand loaded, and everybody felt safe.
Yeah,
And there
exactly.
also used to be a
Think
time
about it
where
this way. There's always
14-year-olds
like
smoked.
stranger danger hasn't always been a thing.
It was
It's
legal.
a thing for a reason now, but it hasn't always been a thing. There's like laws against it. You know what I mean? There's always been laws against it. It seems like, but at one point, stranger danger, the saying itself, wasn't actually a thing until it started becoming more prominent in the culture of like people getting kidnapped and stuff like that.
Like,
It's
dude,
all your fault,
just think
Kermit.
about this. Think about this. This is completely true. I'm not making one bit of this up. In the more recent time, in the late 80s, you didn't have people, seriously, cops would go around just randomly and walk into someone's house and check out how they're doing. Cops won't do that now, but they'd go in the neighborhoods and they'd walk in. They wouldn't have to knock because the doors were open. They were unlocked. It would be midnight.
Everything was
and the
just kind
doors-
of better. There was not as much hostility. There wasn't, you know what I mean?
But just 20 years later, if your house isn't locked, you're going to get shot, possibly killed, and you're going to get robbed. Like, seriously, there was, like, a whole bunch of cars getting broken into literally 5 minutes down the road from me. You know? Where Good Family Friend lives, their car didn't get broken into, at least, but, you know, our small town isn't becoming so safe anymore, because I hate using this word because I feel like it's a stereotype, but truly there's no other word for it. The ghetto is coming into our town. You know, it's like these kids, I don't like to do this, but seriously, if they hate the stereotype, they need to quit living it. These black kids are literally sitting there talking about how they steal, how they break in the stuff, and they legitimately do it.
It's not okay. That's like you said itself. It's a stereotype, but it's not just black people. It's just a group of people. You know, skin doesn't define. You know, it doesn't depend.
Yeah,
it's
but
not like saying like, oh my god, I'm Mexican. I'm gonna like work at a body shop.
Wait.
But seriously, he always talks about how he hates these stereotypes. But
That's
he
just
lives
him
them.
as a person, though. Like that's not a whole group. You know, it doesn't pertain to every
Yeah,
single
I
person.
know,
That's
but
those
it just
people themselves.
bothers me a lot. Well, people are always complaining about stereotypes, or like one stereotype in particular, but then they live it, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, if you hate it, why do you live it?
Well, it's because a lot of times people choose to be offended by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
my
here's-
opinion is, especially on cyberbullying, I wanted to talk about this earlier, but it kind of just like slipped away.
True.
Like, I hate all these people that cry and cry and cry because of cyberbullying. Do you not realize how easy it is to avoid cyberbullying on the internet? All this is like 3 clicks away from reporting them, blocking them.
Or commenting lol and ignoring the rest of the comments.
Yeah, you could be a troll and like take a screenshot of it and post it.
Yeah, I mean,
There you go.
there's so many easy ways, and plus, on the internet especially, you have to choose to get offended by it. If you're just there's
If
a
you don't
difference.
bother
There's
you, it's not gonna bother you.
Yeah, there's two different people. There's me. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I don't know about the other person. Me, I'll see it's like, oh, you old fat son of a bitch. I hope you go kill yourself. You know, you don't deserve to live. I literally got told I deserve a copyright strike on my channel. My channel deserves to be shut down. And I just looked at him like, because I was such an annoying little kid, and I just went, meh, just read it, moved on. Didn't even take time to think about it. Then there's other people that would sit there and study it, cry about it.
They'll respond.
Yeah,
Which is
responding
one
to
of the
their,
worst things
Yeah,
to do.
responding.
Well,
to
if they study it, at least you know they have like an educated standpoint on the problem. You know what I mean? But if they're just gonna
Not
like,
educated,
lie
but
about
here's the
it.
thing. Here's
Well,
the thing.
if
You
you're
could
gonna
read you could read something 100 times and still not understand it. There's a difference between reading it and understanding.
I'm not saying like study it as in like get a educated standpoint as you think. I'm saying like they just keep rereading it, rereading it, and rereading it. Like they just like letting it wear on them.
Oh, yeah, one of those people.
Yeah, what I mean by study is that they're just sitting there staring at their screen at it.
Now that we're talking about like how to react, it looks like Kermit's trying to make a choice. I'm sorry, I keep coming back to that picture, but he's like adapting to all.
I'm seriously about to turn off my monitor.
That might be a good thing.
like Kermit pictures so
getting
much.
distracted.
Not even the same room as Kermit or that tank.
Now that it bugs me now because I need to see what's going on.
You need to see who's talking, even though you know who's talking.
No, I just need to see if like the program prompts me or anything, because I'm running really low on memory. If this video like goes on for absolute ages, my computer's gonna have like 2 gigs left.
When did we start?
We started
I came in
like an hour and a half ago.
No, I came in 2 hours ago. It says.
What? What?
Yeah, it says exactly 2 hours ago. It's about to be 2 hours in a minute, but I came in exactly 2 hours.
I have 2 hours and 41 minutes on mine.
Yeah, same. Me and Kane have the same thing because me and Kane started it, all that jazz. But so that means that we have been recording for like almost 2 hours because
it doesn't matter
we didn't
how
start
to
it.
deal with it.
No, it's awesome though. It's awesome.
Thomas, why'd you have to say anything? We had such a good topic going, and then you had to go back to that.
I'm sorry, Kermit is just so sexy.
What? What about Miss Piggy?
All right, everybody stop. What were we talking about?
We were talking about cyberbullying and some people
and
being
last person I know that
bullies.
was talking was Carlos. Oh,
Carlos.
he dropped.
Oh no.
He dropped.
He dropped?
The internet finally quit. Oh,
I don't know.
Back.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
He
All
didn't
right.
drop. He's
So
back.
let's get back to the topic at hand here. And
reacting to cyberbullying.
yeah, Kelton, you're wind tunneling again, super bad. Like
So you
seriously.
were perfect at the beginning. I don't know what you did.
Yeah, done goofed.
I kept readjusting my mic because I've been walking from room to room because I had to keep doing stuff in each room.
Oh. I was gonna change my profile picture so you guys wouldn't have to worry about Kermit anymore.
No,
But anyway,
it's just Thomas.
God dang it, Thomas.
No, I'm sorry.
But the cyberbullying thing, yeah, that was a really big problem when I was in like middle school. But now it's like not that big of a problem anymore. Like
Oh
you'll
no,
see.
it's just because you're not in school anymore. Like
No, yeah, I see articles every now and then of people who are like, "Oh my gosh, this girl committed suicide because of cyberbullying."
Well,
But
that's
it's
like
really rare that I see that anymore.
that's the
You know
one.
what I mean?
That's the one in a million people. But like in school, I think I've had to sign 7 papers already saying that pretty much I wouldn't do that. I would never do that, and I never would in the first place. But I had to, like, they even gave us a paper to grade ourselves. Like, they'd saying, oh, like, on a scale of 1 to 3, how much do you do this? And then at the end, like, they literally gave you a grade on if you're a cyberbully or not.
Wow.
I mean, they're always talking about it all the time. Like,
Because it's like now with all the technology we have and all the social media and how fast we can get stuff out to other people, it's more of a risk now because anybody could do anything and consider it humiliating. So like I don't know, like say you're in a weightlifting class and some kid can't lift the weight and somebody films him like struggling to lift the weight. That could be, you know what I mean? I don't know why I use that example, but
getting filmed.
Because that was you, Carlos. It's okay.
no, I was
the one who taped it.
Kind of like
I was the one who taped it. It's all right, Carlos.
God dang it.
but yeah, like they're already saying, like they told us, like they have, our school has like a strict no phone policy, like no pictures. It's because
You
like,
can't take a picture of anyone without their permission.
like basically you're trying to take a selfie and some kid's butt crack's hanging out in the background, not even knowing that, and you leak it.
And people
Like
in the
seriously,
comments.
just for like, my gym teacher told me, and I wasn't just making up that stereotype. That was literally what they told us, or not that stereotype, that scenario. That's literally what they told us has happened. And but what they told us in the locker room, you can't even pull out your phone and put it in your locker to lock it. If they see your phone, they have to take it away.
Okay, that is too much. I get what they're trying to do, but that's too much.
And like they have like 2 gym teachers, like, cause what I think it's just an
Male
L
and
shape.
Female.
No,
Oh.
it's just a L shape in the at least the men's locker room, and basically you have one gym teacher watching the other, and the other gym teacher watching the other side, and they're just eyeing you like a hawk looking for a phone.
You're like, sir, I'm trying to get naked here so I can get dressed for gym class. It's like, please don't look at me.
You don't exactly get naked.
I
You
am
just
No,
get
you don't
never
get
gonna take a
naked, but
shower
still, it's like
in
it's
the middle
awkward,
of
though.
everybody. Like, seriously, if they ever ask me to do that, I'm gonna bring a bottle of Axe or swimming trunks.
Usually what I would do during gym classes, I would always come to school with my shorts underneath my pants. That way I didn't have to worry about, like, taking my pants off. Well, my voice got weird.
Well, I'm
Taking my
alright
pants
with,
off.
like, in my underwear, but I don't want to sit there have my schlong out in front of all these other dudes.
And don't do what a lot of idiots
Sick.
do when they change.
Right.
And take off everything except their underwear and then change.
Yeah, I
take
take off one thing at a
and then
time.
change it. And
Right,
then-
I'll swap. I used to, like, swap it when I didn't wear my shorts. But, anyways, back to cyberbullying. I don't know how we got off the topic again.
Oh,
I don't know.
this is gonna sound kind of cruel, but this is all a hypothetical thing, and I don't mean to be rude by all this, but simply because she's such a drama queen, I've never seen how Rosie reacts to cyberbullying. I don't think she's been cyberbullied.
I have.
Dude,
she plays the
she's-
same role as she normally does.
But, no, so
Yep.
she
Yep.
makes a big deal.
I've heard-
I feel bad talking crap about her because she watches my channel.
Eh,
I'm sure she can almost figure it out at this point because of how many questions I asked to identify. But she's gotten better, but it definitely the worst has stayed.
I'm not around her as much anymore, so I really don't know
I'm
this.
like 2 or 3 classes with her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
I mean, I'm a hermit. I don't know where you
have
guys
fun
live.
when you're found in the office, okay?
It's a blessing
have
and a
fun.
curse, Carlos.
I haven't really talked to her much. I didn't even talk to her much in the 8th grade.
Again, back to cyberbullying. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I think that we've covered that topic. Let's move on.
No, we were in the middle of it.
Well, I don't have anything to add to it. Do you have anything to add to it, Carlos?
I mean, if you think about it now, like I was saying, everything, it's like super easy to get stuff out. If somebody says something, you know, that can be relayed to the person they said it about right away anyways.
I know, but also you get like all these girls and everything that don't want their body shared, you know, in any way, shape, or form, but they'll sit there and post bikini pics.
Well, that's just, okay, I know a lot of people do that. Like, I know guys do it, I know chicks do it. Just people in general do it, and it's kind of like...
I know, but when someone else downloads their picture and re-uploads it, it's a huge crime. It's like, if you put it out there, you put it out there. Like, what they say on the internet is true. Once you put it out there, it stays there, because no matter who you are, someone is, for some creepy reason, going to take a screenshot of it. It's always that one person.
Well, it's not always every picture, too. It's always just certain pictures.
Yeah.
But there are those pictures that people are like, oh my god, you know, excuse me. But, yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know if you would call it an attention grab, but it kind of is. Like, they want feedback without actually having to ask for it. It's kind of one of those things.
We've been talking about cyberbullying a lot, and mainly focusing it on kind of a social media, or at least that's how I'm thinking of it.
That's the part
But
that
yeah,
really
well,
makes me mad. Like, they expect all these random people that are like 40 years old that talk smack all day, every day, to follow these cyberbullying rules. Oh, excuse me, XXMLG killer _ 7.
420 blaze it.
Yeah, 420 blaze it XX. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. You're being very offensive. Wanna know what he's gonna reply with?
LOL.
You faggot.
But-
And he's just gonna go on a rant on you. You know, you can't just fix that. You know, if you're on the
You
internet...
can't, okay, you can't tell somebody to stop. If you wanted to stop yourself, you're going to have to either kick them from whatever you're doing, you're going to have to block them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like all these steps that you could take to prevent it, but no one ever does it. They just go
I do
straight...
it. If somebody's messaging me and I don't like it, I just block them. If they spam me, that's the worst. If they'll spam me, I'll get so annoyed and I'll just like send them like stop and then block them.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
I'll block you. If you annoy me, I'll block you.
Yeah.
But, like, gaming, too. Gaming has a lot of cyberbullying, but they don't talk about it as much because it doesn't seem...
It's considered trolling, I guess.
Right.
Well, trolling and cyberbullying
trolling,
are two different things. Trolling is having good, all messing around and good fun. But what everybody mixes up is someone trying to be a bully and trolling. Like, they think it's all one thing. Trolling's in a good-hearted fun. But when you're sitting there talking smack to some little kid 24/7, you're hurting his feelings, making him upset, and then you're like, oh, what's the matter? It's just trolling, bro.
Yeah, that's when it's too far.
They think if there's gameplay to it, it's just trolling.
Yeah. Like, I literally watched this. It says, little kid cries over getting trolled. The dude was sitting there cussing at him, telling him that he was going to kill his family and everything. Because the kid had to be, 5 years old. The voice, he's
a squeaker.
Yeah, he was a squeak. Well, there's a squeaker, which they're 10 years old, 11. Their balls just haven't dropped yet, But the way he was talking, his grammar wasn't right. He was learning his speech. He had been 4 or 5 years old playing Call of Duty, and he doesn't know any better. He doesn't know that this guy has no clue who he is. And he's sitting there telling him he's going to kill his family and everything, and he starts crying because he's nervous that he's actually going to come and do it. And he's like, ho ho ho, you got trolled.
Yeah, trolling's more like something where...
And then again though, that what we were talking about earlier, that is kind of the parents' fault for letting the kid play the game online, nevertheless. You know what I mean? In a part, or in game chat.
I was always allowed to play the games, it's just whether I was allowed in game chat or not.
That's what I'm saying, it's kind of the parents' fault for letting him be in game chat. It's not the game itself, but it's the game chat where people get aggressive.
But he was playing with one of his buddies, he was talking to this one guy all the time. I think he sounded older, so it had to have been his brother or something. He was playing with him, having a good time, but I don't know why the other older person didn't step up for him. He just let it happen.
Right.
Well, Carlos, I somewhat agree with you there, but I also think that it's different. The parents might not even know that the kid is in game chat. They might not understand this because a lot of parents don't try to keep up with all this gaming stuff, which we've talked about in another podcast.
Here, sorry, just let me interrupt you real quick.
Ahead.
Just kind of add a citation to your... All these parents, it's little Timmy wants an Xbox. We'll go get him an Xbox. Not, no, you're 5 years old, you don't need an Xbox. How about you go outside, or you can have a Wii,
See, my thing is nowadays... Sorry, I'm cutting you off. My thing nowadays is parents don't know enough about what their kids are doing when it comes to gaming or anything like that. My advice to parents at all would be learn a little bit about what your kid is doing. Sit down and bond with your kid about playing Xbox. What's up?
You're a helicopter parent. If you ever
I'm a
have
helicopter
children,
parent?
yeah, if you're ever gonna have children, you're gonna be that type parent that hovers around
he's
their
gonna
child.
be the smart parent and just take a quick look at what they're doing first.
Right,
Have you seen the new commercials
But the way
movies?
The way he's making it sound like if you're not around your
You're
child
interpreting this
24/7.
way wrong, dude.
No, I'm saying at least know what your kid's doing. Let them do what they do, but at least know it's something about what they're doing.
Yeah, have you seen the new commercials for movies? If you go to a movie theater, they play this one preview ad. It goes the same for games and everything. It's there's exact same thing for games. You just replace the word movies with games. It's it says there's all these movies for everyone. If you're a person, there's a movie for you. But not all movies are for everybody, and not all movies are for kids. Parents, read the label. It's this whole campaign called Read the Label because the movie companies are tired of getting all these lawsuits brought up to them because they took their kid in to go see Saw 4.
Jesus.
Seriously, that was a legit case.
They took one. I saw the first three, and that was
their 4-year-old little kid cried for 7 weeks and puked after the movie because she took him in to see Saw 4, which was rated NR.
Not yet rated.
I always forget.
No, it's there's the difference between a movie that's out rated NR and rated R is NR is not rated because they don't have a high enough rating.
Or that you don't know what to rate it, honestly.
Yeah, but
there's those movies that are just weird. They're just really weird.
Well, usually NR movies are little kid movies, but you get the rare occasion where they're just so gruesome that they rate it. I think they changed it to RR now.
Double R.
Yeah, double R.
I thought it was R+. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Nah, I think it's double R now.
I only remember rated R, and that's the only movie rating I remember. Otherwise, I always rate movies with gaming. It's like, it's a kid's movie. It's E for everyone.
Yeah,
There's
it's
like PG-13.
G, PG,
Oh, I remember.
PG-13. There's actually a new one, PG-14, and then there's...
Yeah, I've seen that one recently.
I thought
And
that
then
was
there-
only TV-14.
No, it's PG-14 now.
Yeah,
and
no,
then,
there's a PG.
then there's rated R, and then there's RR. Double R.
And there's NR.
There's a Y as well. There's a Y
Really?
for youth.
Really? I didn't hear about this one.
It might be youth. There's a younger one than just like the regular E for everyone or whatever. There's one that's down below that for children. That is
What's the
little
next
children.
topic on the agenda?
I mean, we were kind of in the middle of a conversation.
If you're not into the topic, just stay out of it.
I mean,
Just joking.
I sat through that whole
but-
computer conversation.
True, you did. I don't know, like what I was saying earlier. Like, if you're gonna buy a kid like an Xbox or something, some type of gaming console, at least know a little about it, like the online stuff. Like that's, you know what I mean. You don't have to be like around your kid 24/7 when they play it, but you know at least know something about it.
Yeah, like,
You don't want your kid getting random invites to parties and getting random messages and stuff like that. I mean, just at least know, you know what I mean. There's the possibility that they're gonna go in and they're gonna like join a session and you're gonna hear people talking. You know what I mean?
and especially you have the advantage that you are a gamer yourself. Like, you probably gonna be like my dad, where he lets you play games and everything. But like, he was a big Xbox gamer, so he's used to parties. I know parties are kind of a new thing for you since you're mainly a PlayStation guy. And
Oh no, I'm not. That's
sorry, I just keep thinking you're only PlayStation. I
no,
apologize for
dude.
that.
I've played Xbox, PlayStation, GameCube, Wii, whatever you want to call it,
Dude,
Nintendo.
you're just like me.
GameCube.
Yeah, dude, I've played everything. I just I've leaned more towards PlayStation recently.
Yeah.
I like the control shape. But anyways, like you were talking about.
Like my dad, he always was encouraging. You know, he really saw the social side of gaming. And when I was about 10 years old, I was 10 because it was when Black Ops just came out, and Black Ops has a special place in my heart. And if you want to hear that story, I can tell you after this. But basically, I was playing zombies online, and zombies. I've always been into zombies. If I get a Call of Duty, and like for a while, if I get a Call of Duty and it didn't have zombies, I wouldn't play it. Like when Black Ops 2 came out, I didn't play the multiplayer till December, and I got it on launch. But basically he invited me to a party. He's like, oh, these guys invited you to their party. You know, you should talk to them and get your game plan going. And he always taught me right. It's like if you hear something that you shouldn't be listening to on a game, just quit. You know, I put enough trust in you. And
Right.
I joined
You
the
know
party,
what you
and
can
these
and
kids...
can't
like,
listen to or do.
sorry to viewers out there, I'm going to use some very explicit language here, but I joined the party, and it was the hood guys that were just nigga this, nigga that, nigga, you know, and I threw off the mic off my head, and my dad goes like, what'd you do that for? I gave it to him, listen, he just left the party.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, yeah, you did the right thing there.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of getting a bigger thing too. Like, how explicit are like language is getting. Like, I can't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not just in gaming, but anywhere I go. Like, if I do go anywhere, like I went to the mall yesterday and I just heard tons of people swearing. I was like, dude, what is going on? Is this
Like, to be quite honest, I swear more than I should, but I do it on my own time when I'm at home. I won't go in
I don't-
public and
I
just...
don't usually swear. I'm pretty good about it, but
I'm trying to get better, but recently it hasn't been too good. I was doing really good for a while.
I mean, I've never really sweared, but there's always those instances like where you say something on accident, and you're like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm terrible.
Oh, this
When
kid Drew.
if I get mad.
You know that one stereotypical cartoon situation, you know, where the one dude says the F word and then, you know, keeps saying the S word because he keeps messing up? The exact same thing happened to my friend Drew at the lunch table. This was last year. Our principal walked up and says hi, and he says the F-bomb completely, and he goes, shit. And he goes, shit. Shit.
Oh yeah,
Son
he
of a
just kept
bitch.
saying it.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't stop.
And then he's like, we're like, Drew. He's like, fuck. I mean, shit. No, I mean, we're like, Drew, just stop talking. The principal was so chill. She's just like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
She walked away
You don't think
laughing.
so. Look at, like, yeah, you said a swear, but it's at the lunch table. You mean.
Wait,
It's not
maybe Drew has that one condition. Like I never heard of it, but then every time I do hear about it,
You
people
know
are
who
like,
Drew is, dude.
Tourette?
it's like this one condition where like it's like one of the if you have this like some people act like who can't stop cussing sometimes.
It's Tourette's, I think.
Like
Yeah, Tourette's, yeah.
No,
A lot of
it's here. I actually have Tourette's, so I can explain this. This is a huge common misconception with Tourette's that it's brain impulses, like electrical brain impulses. It's
Like,
not
I know-
just through the speech. Like my tick is that my forehead twitches. That's the only thing. I'm not sitting here cussing out randomly because of
Right.
That is
Some
a
people,
form
like
of
snap their
Tourette's,
hands.
though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it
People, like,
is a
snap their-
form, but everybody thinks it is.
Right.
Like, it's a common misconception that if you have Tourette's, you're sitting here cussing.
No,
You know,
dude, I know some people.
That was the
like, I know
label I
this
was
one person
waiting
who has to
for.
whistle. Like I know this kid that I went to high school with, and they always just whistled. And it was this weird whistle. It was like it was kind of like it sounded like a bird. It was like I can't do it right now. Hold on.
like,
It's kind of like,
I thought you
I
were
do
gonna do
that
like a
sometimes,
wolf
but-
whistle.
but they did the bird whistles in class, and it really told them to stop. And you know, if you're just whistling in class, people are gonna get mad at you. But then again, this person had a medical. Yeah, I don't know if you'd call it medical.
it's medical, yeah.
Well, yeah, they had they had Tourette's, and they had to whistle. Like they couldn't help it. You know, you
Yeah,
can't
you
get mad
can't
at somebody.
help
if-
Ever since I got my
I used to have a really bad throat clearing issue where I just... and it used to get so bad, and I almost got a referral, but then my nurse showed the teacher... Like, the nurse I was friends with, pretty much. Showed her the paper and was giving her hell, pretty much. Just because she was about to give me a referral because I couldn't stop clearing my throat so loud. I was disturbing class.
Right. Well, then again, you know, that also goes back to a discriminatory thing, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah. But
'Cause
like,
people get mad
she
at you
thought
for
I was
doing
doing it
stuff,
as a
but-
disruption, and I was using Tourette's as an excuse. But really, I don't know why I would use Tourette's as an excuse, considering that I was in the
If you
third
actually-
grade.
Yeah, if you actually have it, and Jesus, you were in the third grade.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was diagnosed
Yeah, no,
with it in
no
second grade.
No kid is gonna go that far and beyond and actually know what Tourette's is. If they're, you know what I mean? If you're in third grade, you're not gonna go be like, oh my god, I have Tourette's.
Yeah,
If you
like,
unless you actually have it.
I only knew
know-
it because my doctor told me.
Right.
I know a
And then-
guy. I know a guy who, for some reason, like every 30 seconds, he used to like, moan.
That's
Yeah.
probably because of Tourette's.
Yeah,
I knew
I
that.
don't know if it's on a time. I don't know
Exactly.
if it's a type thing, but I know it's an impulse. I know. Like I said, I know that person that whistles. I know the person who I know another person who snaps.
It's basically... It's really hard to explain. Like, they don't even fully understand it. It's something in your brain that it gets thinking of that motor, pretty much.
And it just
thinks-
goes off. Basically.
Like, seriously, my head's twitching like crazy because we're talking about it. You know,
Right.
otherwise I won't notice it, and it doesn't do it very often. But now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking about it, and it's going off like crazy. It's just one
Well,
of
the
those
person-
things
The person I
that
was
gets
talking
triggered
about,
by your brain activity.
the person I was talking about already knows who they are.
That's me, Kelton.
Yeah,
You don't have to
yeah.
just say it
Oh, I know
indiscriminately.
you
I'm
got
right here.
Tourette's, boy.
So,
You're just weird.
I probably don't have Tourette's, like Kane just said,
I-
but my
I'm
body
not-
gets addicted to this, like, feeling. Like, the reason I
What
will do,
feeling?
like, a weird moan every couple seconds is because it, like, makes my throat feel really nice, and even when I try not to do it, I just
So
can't
it's a
stop.
habit
And then
then.
I
It's a
twitch
habit,
my
it's not-
nose and stuff a lot because I like the feeling of my glasses rubbing against my nose, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that could be
It's like my
that
bu-
could be partially OCD, and it could be partially, you know, like an habit.
Tourette's
You know what I mean?
basically, it's a rare condition, but there's so many other things that emulate it. It's just, Tourette's is one thing, and it sticks with it. Like, you don't have multi-tics unless you have it super bad, which is a very, very rare case.
I know I don't have Tourette's because my body goes
And,
through, like, different
Like,
things.
basically, I went from, I used to twitch my nose really bad, to my eyebrows, then clearing my throat, then...
So
then
it
my
changes though. It
eyebrows.
changes. It's not just
Yeah.
it's not all at once.
Well,
it'll like
Which
evolve.
it's very bad when you're at a young age. Like, since I've grown older, I've forced myself to only do this, so now it's the only time it does it. And I am clearing my throat and coughing now, but I have really bad sinus issues when the weather changes, so that's why.
Yeah, I've been sniffling this whole
Well, there's like this condition that this one girl has, and for any younger viewers, I suggest just skipping about 30 seconds ahead. she has about 50 orgasms a day because even the little
Oh, I heard
tiniest
about that.
vibration, yeah, even the little tiniest vibration will just set her off. I feel bad for her.
That's like super sensitive. I don't know if that would be considered Tourette's, but it's
No,
a
it's not
super
Tourette's.
sensitive.
No,
It's
she's
a
not
different
even.
disease. It's
by the
like
doctor,
it's only
it's
for
like-
girls. It's like you're basically vagina. I'm just gonna say it like that.
Stuff. I can call it stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's just like it gets super sensitive, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, that's a different topic for a different.
Yeah, it's a different topic for a different day.
Yeah, but
We'll
yeah.
leave that one now.
We'll schedule that for tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Oh man.
You mean later today at 9 a.m.?
Nope.
9 a.m. What are you guys getting
Tomorrow
up at 9 a.m.?
and Monday, because we got Monday off.
Alright,
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
guys have a
tomorrow at
Monday
9 a.m.
off.
I'm
It's
going.
12 o'clock.
Today
That
at
means
9 a.m. I'm going
if
to
I went
church.
to bed now, I'd wake up at 10. If I went to bed at 1, I'd be up at 12.
If I went to bed now, I'd probably be up at like 5 p.m.
Jesus.
If I go to bed now, I'm gonna wake up 6 or.
That's how
yeah,
I
6
used to be
o'clock.
in the summer. I'd go to bed at like, I ran on a 5 to 5 sleep schedule.
My friend gets worried about me because, oh, hold on. My friend gets worried about me because I can sleep like 16 hours at a time and not have to worry about it. He's like, dude, you shouldn't sleep like 16 hours at a time. It's like,
You don't choose to sleep 16 hours.
right,
at a
it's
time.
not like, and my alarm clock doesn't wake me up either, so it's like,
My alarm clock wakes me up because I get so startled. Like, truly, like I shouldn't, but I have really bad paranoia issues. I'll get really scared if I hear bumping, like the bump in the night. Not like ghosts. Like if it's a ghost.
no, yeah.
Like
that
I
bothers
can't
me
do
too.
anything about it. But like I get so nervous that someone's breaking in. Like
Right.
my body's just trained itself. If I hear a bump, I wake up. So
See,
when my
the thing
alarm
is-
clock goes off, it's a loud noise and it just startles me up. That's the only way I wake up to it.
Right. See, I don't have super sensitive hearing when I'm sleeping, but like as I'm falling asleep, because I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I have a turtle tank in my room, and it's like the filter's constantly going, but the turtle will on this rock and like rock back and forth on it, bumps against the glass, and that's what freaks me out, because I'm not used to hearing it in my room. It's always, like the turtle's always been in the living room, but since we moved, she's in my room now, and I'm not used to hearing her like bouncing on the rock and stuff. So it like freaks me out, and I have to like sit there and look at her and make sure it's her doing it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm freaking out.
Like my cat, like we have 2 cats and 1 dog, and one cat is fatter than all living crap, and the other cat is very hyperactive. Like he gets about an hour of sleep every night and just is crazy. And basically he gets into all this stuff, and you just hear from downstairs from your room, just the little bump bump.
And dude, that freaks me out. I've always been kind of paranoid about that stuff too.
And I sleep upstairs, so it's like my parents have always told me, don't worry, if someone breaks in, they'll have to come by us first. But their room, like the thing is, they sleep through so much more than they say they do, because I've literally slammed chairs trying to wake them up because I don't remember why. I think I was like really sick or something and just could not get up. And I needed to go to the hospital or something. There was some reason to it, and they didn't wake up to it. I eventually just threw the chair, mustered enough strength to throw the chair at the door, and it whipped it open and hit the bed.
Right.
So, like, and I'm the first. If they would have come upstairs, like, literally I can look behind me and I can see the stairs. So, and my room doesn't latch, they won't let me lock it at night. So, basically, and my room's probably the most expensive room in the house. If someone wanted to break in to steal and sell stuff, they'd have a heyday as soon as they found my room.
Right.
Thanks for the information.
If it happens anytime soon, we know who it was.
Yeah, at least I'll have that some closure to that. But,
Yeah, you guys, I swear I wouldn't actually steal it. It's one of my rules. I have three basic rules, and I'm not gonna tell it because this is gonna keep it PG.
Okay.
Well then,
Well, no, I have 3 basic rules for all humans. And it's
that's
just
like a moral
stuff.
code, is what you're saying. It's like a moral code.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Moral
I think
code for
everybody's
all
got
humans.
one to an extent. It's just whether they choose to define it
My
or
door doesn't
not.
latch. Just leave him. He's good. Sorry.
What?
Thomas is complaining about the dog.
I wasn't complaining, I was curious.
Well, I might be leaving this conversation pretty soon. I know you guys will be glad to get rid of me, but No, it's tomorrow already, and
You mean it's
I've been in this conversation for 3 hours, and
Alright, yeah, saying that, like, we can still talk, but I really do think we should close out the podcast at this point. Because
Yeah, I
my
agree.
computer memory is probably running so short right now.
Well, I mean,
So-
we got a lot of good stuff, though. I mean, we got some good stuff to talk
we can
about.
definitely like every podcast, we can all jump on Skype and just do this instead of
Yeah.
waiting for Toms to come over. But anyway, I'm just going to close out. Let's do a little bit of an outro here. Thank you all for watching this podcast. I know some of you are probably upset we're not going to keep going, but I'm so short on memory.
I mean, Jesus, it's a long podcast.
I mean, we're about probably a 2.5 hour podcast right now. Trust me, if I could, we'd continue on, but
This is a lot longer than two
anyway,
person.
I'll see you all.